Yeah, okay. First of all, hi chat, welcome. Apparently things are wrong already. Listen. I've only been streaming for a short, like, I don't know, what, 7 years? I don't know how to stream as a professional anymore.
Oh, I'm muted.
I'm muted!
Oh
The
no.
title and game is currently wrong. Allow me to sort that out. And while I do that, hey, Murdo, tell the people about yourself and your school education.
I'm eating banana pudding with chocolate
What
chips.
the fuck, dude?
Highly crazy.
What the fuck? First of all, Aria, don't you go out and boo me. Secondly, has Murdo spoken to you yet about?
No.
Okay, good. We
I
can
don't
have
know.
that conversation in a second.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. What do you mean? What did I talk
uh,
to Aria with?
the whole doing basically a podcast of Aria.
I mean, there's not that much, but Aria definitely has stories to tell from download if she wants to.
Okay, interesting. We can do oh, no, this doesn't make sense. I was gonna say we can do a festival chat podcast, but
No chat podcast.
you don't do festivals, so you might be a bit left out.
Aria has like just a pure roller coaster of so for everyone not knowing, Aria, one of our viewers and friends,
Can we actually?
went to a big went to I think her first festival,
Yes, I know.
which was yeah, also first first big concert, I guess. No, not first concert past COVID, not right. But yeah, she went to a festival, first time festival. So I was the good guy and be like checked in with her every day. And just the wildest shit every day. There was a new story that was just completely wild and like completely opposite to what she told me for the last day. And just a roller coaster of emotions from just being here and listening to her stories was absolutely exciting.
Okay, so it sounds like what we could do with doing it at some point then is arranging a time where we do have a couple of hours spare, which, a stream time perhaps, where we could just like sit and talk about festival stuff with Murdo being the mediator. I think is going to have to be the way we do this.
I mean, I think we can do that right now.
I'm
It's a
just
bit of a chill.
playing video games. I'm not paying attention for a podcast right now.
I mean, I don't think it's gonna be an actual podcast. I think we can just do it for this stream because I don't really have much in terms of topics.
All right, fine. Let's get Aria on.
Oh, do you actually want a voice chat?
Well, how else are we going to do it?
I read the texts.
Aria, would you rather come on stream to tell your stories, or would you rather Murdo read your text in his sultry voice?
I have a great voice. How dare you?
Sultry?
Anyway, also I love about like I don't know why, but I found it incredibly funny of starting my stream with just eating my pudding. There's no words. Just if anyone for no good reason starts the VoD, they're just gonna see me eat my pudding. And it's just amusing to me. I'm easy to please.
I mean, I did a stream once where I was eating those cheesy chips that were just a block of fucking cheese and chips were inside it, so I get it. I'm here for the weird food starts in streams.
Dude, it's just basic comedy to write itself.
You want a weird start to a stream with food? I'll put a muffin up my ass right now.
Don't put it up your ass.
I wouldn't. You wouldn't get the flavor.
Oh, I forgot that you can have a Pokemon follow you in the DLCs for Sword and Shield, which I never played.
It makes me
Oh,
very
that was a
happy.
bad moment.
Don't worry about that. Murdo, for £1,000,000, right?
Yes.
£1,000,000. Would you have 5 taste buds installed into your butthole?
I mean, considering that's not how that works, sure.
You taste what you're pooping. Add me horse.
Be that bad.
You reckon? You reckon you get used to the taste of poop?
No, but no. I mean, it's more like it's something you can deal with because first of all, 5 is probably not that much the grand scheme. 2, it's probably I don't know, but I guess the so okay. Going a really weird place there, but so obviously eating poop is incredibly gross, but in my mind the worst is obviously the smell, and but the worst part about it is the texture in my brain. I don't think the taste would be as bad as you think it would be.
Right. Eating shit on men.
no, and also if we go with this hypothetical, 5
Okay.
but in your ass, or like on the exit or whatever. Um, First of all, it kind of depends where it is because you could just kind of like try to bypass that in daily life,
What?
like poop past the taste buds, and
What?
also like if you like hold it high and then
Oh, what?
then
What?
shotgun it out, then you go past taste buds.
That's not how that
What
works.
are you holding high? I'm so confused. What?
My poop, and also
This is
in
only
theory,
not.
right? If you have the taste buds in your ass and you sit in the toilet and you eat something at the same time, then that like because there's more taste buds in your mouth. So
Why
if you eat
are you eating on my lap?
if you chew a lemon, if you like suck on a lemon while you take a shit, that will
Do that though? In what right? In what scenario you need to be in? Like you sat on the fucking lav, right? Eating a lemon.
This
it's
poop.
a
I need to
hypothetical.
go to
Aria.
fucking. I need
I'm
to go to
only
the fucking
doing
toilet. 2
I'm
minutes
only
because
doing
this is.
it because of the hypothetical of
I need to
having
go to.
taste buds in your
I.
ass.
Why is this a conversation?
I'm
I'm
just-
desperate for the toilet. I'm gonna tell you my festival stories in a minute. Just give me a few minutes because I actually need the bathroom.
I've just got an image of Murdo
Thank you.
going, I just need the taste of literally anything because all I can taste is poop from my asshole taste buds right now. Where's this lemon pledge? Let me squirt it on my tongue so I can taste
No,
it.
lemon pledge like an apple,
Ugh.
or like something. No, something that tastes strong. Like, I don't know, like a yeah, like a lemon. That's extreme. It's an extreme taste, or like ketchup. I don't know. Drink.
Yeah,
Ketchup.
most like, sanitary wipes, stuff like that tastes like lemon. Just lick one of them while you're having a poop. It'll be fine.
I am going to end you.
He's having lemony poop.
I can't believe you're not taking this seriously.
He took it too seriously.
Yeah, you asked me hypothetical. I'm gonna fucking go through all the notions.
All right,
That's
well,
what I do.
listen, I will say this much. I appreciate your commitment to the bit. It was very good.
I appreciate it.
I would recommend you to all my friends who also have bits to do.
You're welcome, actually.
Yo, so oh, go on, carry on.
Can you also do me like a public like a friendship favor and show me how the Wingle looks when it flies behind you? Thank you.
I don't know that I've got a Wingle, but I will try my best for you.
I mean, they're fairly easy to get. You can do something for the society.
I don't know about that.
Friend.
I already forgot what I was going to say. I immediately went. This is the problem with like me, and this is why I don't remember any topics that I think about during the day to actually talk about on stream. I have to say the thing straight away, otherwise I forget. The only thing that goes against that rule right this second is I walked to the shops earlier, and I need to remember the exact phrasing of this because I thought about it for about 5 minutes on the way home. The guy said, "I'm not in no rush to do nothing."
I'm not in no rush to do nothing.
And I'm like, how many negatives is that? And what cancels out what there? And Kay and I came to the conclusion that the guy's in a rush to do nothing. But who's in a rush to do nothing? I don't understand the logic of what that person was saying.
I mean, if you're overworked,
Welcome back.
then you might be. If you're overworked, then you might be in a rush to, not do anything for a bit.
That's yes, that I understand that. That makes sense. But it was very confusing.
Also, want to go back out here.
Sorry?
Hi, I went to the lab and I didn't eat a lemon on the toilet. Weirdly enough,
Yes, because you don't have taste buds on your ass.
We need more
I
lemon
wouldn't
pledge.
do that either way. Right, Liam, how many downloads have you been to? Let's start this festival talk.
Okay, I went to this is like a thingy here, like an asterisk. I went in 2012, but I only stayed from Wednesday to Friday. I could
That's
tell
plenty.
I could tell that story. And then I went again in 2013, which was also a shit experience.
So you've went twice.
Yeah.
Okay, I went once and it was this year.
Uh-huh.
For the record, I'd like to say I'm going again next year.
Okay.
After all the shit that I'm about to tell you, I'm going next year.
Brilliant.
I disagree.
So, no, Meadow, you don't get to disagree with my opinion, okay? So, right.
I'm your medical expert.
So, Liam, you went Wednesday to Friday. I stayed Wednesday until Monday morning.
Yep, good.
Day one, how did you get there, by the way? Did you drive?
I drove both times, yeah.
Okay, well, the first part of this amazing story starts with the coach that me and Katie got there. Katie's this lass from Newcastle. I know, lovely, lovely girl.
Okay.
So we're driving for about 2.5 hours. Me and her, we're on the bus. You know, we're getting our drink on as you do.
Yeah.
And everyone on that bus was boring as shit. No one was talking. For one, we were all sat in pairs. Me and Katie were the only ones having a bit of witty anecdote. And this fucking this little shit in front of us kept turning around and butting in our conversation. Like, mate, fuck off. This isn't like this. You don't know us. We're not cool like that. Like, get out. So, right, as you do, you stop.
Hostile, lovely. Yep.
After like 2 hours, so me and Katie get off. Katie buys a bottle of wine because we don't want to drink all of our festival drink, and I buy Burger King because I don't want to be drunk when I'm putting my tent up. I want to, like, you know, I'll be okay tipsy, but I'm not doing it while I'm drunk.
Makes sense.
I don't
Burger
want to be
King.
drunk, so I eat Burger King.
Yeah.
You don't understand how drinking works.
It soaks up the alcohol a little bit.
So we were told to be back on the bus by 1:10, and we were. But we noticed that, like, on the picnic benches, there's about like seven other little goths there. They're like just sat there having a whale of a time. The bus driver like beeps the horn at them and like indicate getting them on. He waits maybe 2 seconds and then just fucks off. So me and Katie instantly get our phone out. I'm on Snap. There's a video on my Facebook of this, by the way. And Katie, word for word, is like, so the driver has just left about 7 goths at the table. They're not fucking ganning to download this year, like. Yeah.
Can I get download this? Yeah.
It's just the quantity of goths that has been left behind is very amusing.
Very important.
Yeah. And I feel really bad. But
Was-
at the same time, I don't, because we were told to be back on the bus at 1:10, and me and Katie are fucking drunk, and we were able to achieve that.
Important question. Was it quantity over quality with the goths? Were they bad goths?
I couldn't see them. Well, no one was speaking, so I didn't really meet them.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
Okay,
So they left the goths there. That's part one of the story. Me and Katie were getting absolutely shit-faced on the bus. I ended up Googling pictures of chaiselongs.
I love the
showing
fact
them to her.
you've gone from not wanting to be too drunk and getting Burger King for the tent to I'm now getting shit-faced on the coach. Go on.
Yeah, so we're getting shit-faced on the coach. I end up pulling up pictures of chaiselongs on my phone. Do you know what a chaiselong is?
Chaise long. Yeah, I was called
Yeah, one
chaise
of
longs
them.
as well.
Yeah, because Katie didn't know. There's a video on my Facebook of me showing her the chaiselongs as well, if you want to see that.
Brilliant.
And then, like, because, you know, like, there's a lot of traffic, there's going to be a huge queue.
Yeah,
in
it's
the
mad, it's
car
mad.
park. Yeah. So we were in the queue, and this guy gets out of, like, about 4 cars away, gets out to, like, have a piss against the side of the road. Like, fair enough. But his friends start leaving him behind and just drive away. And this guy was
so
pissing
sad.
for a concerningly long amount of time. I have never seen... I was trying not to look at it. He pissed for a solid 2.5 minutes. And that, in theory, doesn't sound long, but think of how long you're taking a piss.
I was not trying to look, but I did look, and I
No.
I looked on my clock to take the time.
Solid 2.5 minutes he was pissing for. I was quite impressed. But his friends just fucked off in this pool, lads, like running. It's like something out of Forrest Gump.
I mean,
like-
if they're in a traffic lane, you might as well roll a bit forward.
Yeah, but they fucking left. They left their fucking mate. This poor cow was just running down the road. And it's like, oh my god. And we're not even at the festival yet. We're in the fucking queue to get into the festival.
Brilliant. I love it so far.
Right, so now we're at the car park. And Liam, this is where you can start sharing stories because now we're in the same location. So,
Brilliant.
we're in the car park. Me and Katie get off the bus. Instantly, we realise how actually fucking heavy our bags and shit are. Like, mine. I have like a Sports Direct duffel bag. It's got everything in it. I can't carry it. I have to drag it. Liam, were there people there hiring out wheelbarrows?
Not that I recall, but that's very smart.
Oh no, right, okay. So, you know how I was going, everyone's going in, like, even if you've never been to a festival, you're going in expecting everything to be fucking expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, to hire these wheelbarrows, it was 75 quid.
Fuck.
For 4 hours.
Jesus.
You got 50 quid of it back if you brought the wheelbarrow back in time.
Yeah, so it's a
Deposit.
It's a deposit.
Yeah,
I mean,
but that's
that's
a huge deposit.
Yeah, but still, like, you
Yeah.
right. So okay, business, right? Let's talk business. If you
Okay.
if you loan out wheelbarrows at a festival, you gotta deal with drunks and also people that don't care that
So,
much about like law and
me-
stuff. So you know,
Yeah, so me
kind of
and Katie,
necessary.
so me and Katie realise how bad it
Nice.
is, and we're walking up the hill and we see the wheelbarrows who are called Barrow for Hire.
Mm-hmm.
And Katie is way more drunk than I am. I can like sober up like decently, like quickly in the heat. Katie does not. Katie sees them and in her fucking Geordie accent starts flagging them down even though they weren't moving. So she's waving her arm in the air going, ooh, Barrow! And then she goes, yes, we'd like a Barrow for hire.
Oh, Jesus.
And then we ask how much it is, and oh, these poor staff, bless them. I mean, it was funny, but bless them. They say, so it's going to be £75, but you get 50 quid back if you return it within 4 hours. And Katie, for some reason, just looks at me and goes, fuck that. And then just grabs a suitcase and starts lugging it up the hill. And it's, oh my god, it's so funny. But I actually needed the wheelbarrow, so I like stayed back and hired one. And this
Fucking
thing
hell.
is so hard to control. Like, it's veering off in every direction. Like, it's hell, to be honest.
Yeah,
It's
they should have told stories.
absolute hell. So we get in, we fucking spend about half an hour looking for the other girls who we're camping with. We find them, put up the tents and shit, and yeah, we sit down. At this point, to be honest, I'm fucking sober because I've done physical labour and it's hot as fuck. And then nothing really interesting happens until the night. So Liam, did anything happen interesting during the day of the Wednesday you were there?
Not particularly. I think it's weird really because both of those situations, I was on my own for the first 3 days basically. So the first time I went, I was actually with a group of people that I knew from Stafford. These are like people that were what I would have called friends at one point, not so much anymore. I just hung out with them basically and had a good time with them in the tent, but nothing major sticks out really as to what happened. I found the churro stand and I discovered my love of churros.
Didn't happen.
Churros are nice.
Churros bang, dude, that's so good. But other than that, nothing too exciting. Basically just trying to make sure we were in a position where tents were positioned, people couldn't get between you and stuff like that. But yeah, otherwise pretty quiet.
So nothing really interesting happened during the day. I was fine. Like all the girls ended up going to like fucking nightclub night thing that they have in the doghouse, whatever it's
Yeah.
called. Was that ended up going there, but me and another lass called Willow, we just stayed back and we had a deep conversation as you do with people you've met for like 3 hours.
Yeah, festival atmosphere.
Yeah.
Everyone's suddenly having deep
She
conversations over nothing. It's
She
great.
was asking me about my transition. I was asking her about her kids and all that.
Oh yeah.
And then another lass who we're camping with called Bella comes over with her 2 new friends. One of whom is wearing. Murder, I haven't even told her about this. One of whom is wearing a kilt.
Go on.
His name was Josh.
Okay.
Sorry to dox him.
see.
Sorry to dox Josh. I'm sorry. Josh from Download.
I have a feeling I know where this is going.
So Josh is there, and again, it was a situation. I wasn't trying to notice it. Like I was just looking about because I make dotted glances all the time, and I kind of noticed something. And I like tap Willow on the leg and like whisper like, "I think I can see his balls."
Oh god.
And no, and Willow, being a 33-year-old scout lass.
Hey, meat! His name's your balls!
No, literally goes like, "Hey mate, have you got underwear on?" and instead of just going, "Oh shit, no, sorry," and covering up, he proceeds to flash me and Willow.
Fucking hell.
Okay, no,
Willow
but, like,
literally says, "If I wasn't freezing my ass off, I'd kick you in the dick."
okay, but like, aren't kilts like knee high?
Oh no, this one wasn't.
Oh.
The kilts
He
are,
fucking flashed us both.
kilts are supposed to be at knee length, and
Yeah, like
it's
longer.
not
I know what
unusual
it was.
to not wear underwear underneath.
Well, he still
Yeah,
flashed us.
but Yeah,
I think
but like,
we're brushing over the fact that I got flashed on day 1 of download.
That's yeah. I mean, I'm surprised it took that long.
Okay. Well,
2 seconds. Hello, Shavrath. It's probably my favorite Pokemon game to watch if we're purely talking about how the world looks. It's really pretty, isn't it? I miss just cycling around this world. It's a nice one. How are you doing, bud? Hope you're well. Go on, Aria, continue.
okay, so the nighttime, I don't know, was part of what happened, but let's fucking start. I quickly realized, despite the fact that I've got layers on, oh no, I didn't have layers on actually. So my leggings were damp
Good.
and I couldn't sleep in them. So I'm like, shit, I'm gonna have to really overcompensate on top. So I put layers on top and I had nothing on my legs. And it was so cold. It was icy. It was horrible. Like, oh, I hated it. And it was kind of a situation of, I think I'm gonna die because it's so cold. Like, what the fuck is this? And people, it's day 1 to download. There's people partying all around. It's loud. It's not comfortable. I can't find my headphones. I can't block out any of the noise. I'm not having fun. And then I think, Meadow, how can I warm up? What's the one way?
Me?
Because you know exactly where this is going.
Yeah.
How can I warm up? What normally warms me up? So I get on Grinder.
Oh my god.
I get on Grinder, find someone who was willing to fuck in the tent.
I'm mostly amazed you found someone on download that was willing to have sex with me.
I'm not surprised by this in any way, shape, or form.
This at all. Like, you can
Is
find
that
it.
a thing?
People be horny, dude.
And this guy is trying to make conversation with me. Like, no, I'm here for survival reason. Not that I want to. I felt like I was on some kind of Bear Grylls show, to be honest. Like, it was not. So we done the thing. Like, I finished. I didn't finish him because I did not care at that point. Like, I did not care. I'm not here for fucking gratification or anything. I'm here because I need a fucking warm.
I need a warm.
Like, it's not nice. And it actually worked for maybe 2 minutes. And then the cold again. It's just cold. The sides of the tent are wet.
Yep.
It's not because of the sex.
Yep, that's...
And it's just... it's so uncomfortable. And I'm about to go to sleep. And then... What do I hear from behind? Liam, do you know any Ailstorm?
Ailstorm or Hailstorm?
Ale.
Yes, I know Ailstorm.
Fuck you. You're a fucking wank. I'll kick you right in the balls. Fuck
yes.
you. I'll fuck you with an anchor. Something. But fucking what felt like an hour. It probably was about 10 minutes.
Just that song.
Yeah. I don't know what came over me, and I'm so glad they didn't see me do this. But I just poked my head out of the tent, and in my calmest voice just went, "Shut the f up!" Yep.
I'm sure that went well.
They didn't. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna need to try to fucking sleep. Maybe this can be my fucking white noise. What?
So what's the timeline right now? Because so you did like drinking and stuff with your friends, then you had sex, and then people.
It's 3 in the morning. It's 3 in the morning.
What's the timeline here?
It's 3 a.m. now. So at 3 a.m. I get an hour of sleep and I wake up and I'm so cold. I'm so fucking cold. Like, cold to a point where I'm almost convulsing in the fucking tent. That's how cold I am. Oh. So I go to the medical tent. They sit me in front of that medical tent did not help me. Can I just say, I was going in like, I'm so fucking cold, and they were like, oh god, get her a biscuit. Like, what? What do you mean, get her a biscuit?
Was it a warming biscuit?
I'm freezing to death. No, it wasn't. It was a fucking fruit shortcake.
I mean, a lot of times it's just fair, like too much alcohol, too much, or like not enough eat.
I was fully sober at this point. I was so cold.
But like, you have to keep in mind they have to be like, they have to just assess people immediately.
So, day 2. It's now about 9 in the morning. I'm in the medical tent. I've been asleep in front of a heater, or trying to be asleep in front of a heater. And I ring Willow to come and collect me. Everyone's asking.
like on the floor of the medical tent?
Well, there's like a little mat thing that
Right.
you can sleep on. Yeah. And
Okay, so you haven't mentioned that it's what it was, which is hypothermia.
well, yeah, but you know.
Which is
Yikes.
funny because you wanted to treat hypothermia with sex, which is hilarious to me.
Fuck off! I could have died. Right,
Yeah, but I don't... Anyway,
But did you?
keep going.
right. Thursday. Thursday comes around. I get dressed. I do my makeup. We're feeling, despite the fact that we've had a shit previous night, we're feeling good. We're feeling refreshed. So I don't really remember like what we did for like first 3 hours. Mustn't have been eventful. But we go to the oxygen bar. Did you go to the oxygen bar, Liam?
No, I saw it and it was a gimmick, and I was like, no, thank you.
It's
Yeah.
such a gimmick because fucking hell,
It's nothing
right? It made me feel nothing. They had 4 flavors.
of
But
oxygen.
if you felt extreme, you could have them all at once, which is exactly what I had. Because I was no little bitch. The flavors were Hangover Cure, Energy Boost. There was one which had a skull and crossbones on called Triple X, and there was one that was a dick and it was called Passion Power. Let me tell you,
It all just sounds like bullshit. All of it.
I mean,
it is. It's those little Vic inhaler things, those little white Vic inhalers that you like clear your sinuses with.
Yes, yeah.
It's like having that like shoved really far up your nose for 10 minutes.
Ooh, no, thank
And
you.
yet then your eyes are watering, you're just like, ugh. Like it's not nice. It is not nice.
Yeah, hard pass on that one.
But it's fun for the pictures.
did your friends like it?
No one really enjoyed it. We were all just like, this is weird, while our eyes are watering.
Oh, also one thing I wondered about, which I didn't ask, how much did that cost even?
Oh, it was very cheap.
Oh,
The $5. Yeah.
All right. I
Like,
mean, yeah, for 10 minutes,
extremely cheap.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Oh, it was something.
Especially
though.
also for on a festival where everything is just times
Yeah.
50.
What happened?
About.
Trying to remember what the fuck happened later.
To be honest, it's not always too bad with festivals. You just gotta like not be ridiculous with it. Like food's probably the worst
Yeah.
one, but like
Oh, absolutely. Like,
I always
made
made-
I like a tenner.
yeah, I always made sure I had like food safe with me. Like I took a solid fuel burner with me. I took a solid fuel cooker. I had beans and fucking tins of shit. Like I was good. The only time I ever bothered with like anything else was like an evening meal, basically. Bloodstock's probably my favorite for that because they had chow mein, a chow mein place, and it was like £6.50 for a huge pot of like chow mein or sweet and sour and whatever. It's fucking delicious.
Yo, little ice cubes.
Right.
Actually, Liam.
Yes.
No, not Liam. Aria, actually.
Hello.
No.
So you have to keep in mind, right? This is Wednesday. Aria just hasn't even listened to any music yet, or at least not live music.
Yeah.
Aria told me that she had sex with somebody to cure hypothermia. Went to the medical tent. After that, I didn't hear from her for like, I believe, like half the day almost. And the
Yeah.
next thing, and then I check in on Aria, and the next thing is like her sliding down a huge slide, and it's like, oh, me ass is out, me ass is out.
We
And
didn't
that's
forget
it.
that.
And,
Right,
like,
no,
no
we're not at
no
that point
comment,
yet.
no fucking comment. Otherwise, like, I don't know how Aria is doing. And I'm like, so how's it going? And that's the video I get with no words.
No,
to it.
no, we're not at that bit.
Yeah,
yet.
you jump in the
Right,
story.
so, one of my friends, her name's Viv. She's staying in a caravan, lucky bitch. So I go and meet Viv, and so it's Viv, her husband, and their friend. They're playing card games, and they're drinking, of course. And I'm like a little bit of a drink, getting a little bit tipsy and all that. 18 Jaeger bombs later,
Oh my god.
we're staggering to the shuttle bus to get us to the village. I'm fucking plastered. I have all these videos on my phone, by the way. I haven't posted them anywhere out of fear that my manager sees them. And
Posted quite a bit of stuff on Facebook, but
oh.
nothing really too bad, I guess.
I didn't post the video I sent you.
Ah, I see.
So, we're on the bus. I'm probably the loudest person on the bus, to be honest.
Of course you
That doesn't seem unlikely.
Because Viv's doing me lipstick, and she touches my lips, and her husband's name is Paul, and I'm just going, shh, don't tell Paul, don't tell Paul. Listen to me. I'm fucking shit-faced. We go to the village. Oh, I missed out another part. And I blame this on how I got so drunk. One of the gimmicks that they had was called Panic at the Bingo.
Good.
It was a bingo, an emo-themed bingo.
Yep.
I was in like a group of maybe 14 of us, and we wanted one bingo card for all 14. But they ran out of bingo cards, but there were people who had groups of 10 with 2 cards each, which that's
Agreed.
kind of a dick move.
Absolutely
So
agreed.
obviously, so obviously, I fuck off and find my friend and drink 18 Jaeger bombs, as you do.
Mhm.
And I was like, she wanted to see Punk Factory, who were playing there. They're like, do punk versions of Disney songs. Couldn't think of anything fucking worse, if you ask me. But when I was drunk, wasn't that fucking bad.
I mean,
But
the
she
whole
needs.
like other people covering Disney stuff's pretty good, depending on who you listen to.
No, no. So
All right.
she and Viv suddenly decide she needs the toilet, and I'm like, I'll come and wait in the queue for the toilet with you. I see one of the girls I'm camping with, and I just run up to her, and I'm just like, "Are you having fun at download?" And I was, yeah. And she was like, "Yeah, you Aria," and I was like, "Mate, I'm doing fucking brilliant, to be honest." And Viv, we're in the queue for the toilet for about 10 minutes, and then we decide, let's go on some rides while we're drunk. And this is where the story that I sent Murdo comes in. Was the fun house there, Liam?
Huh? I think so. Yeah, yeah.
So I done that while I was sober,
Hmm.
and it was fine. It was still fun. Still pretty fun. When you're drunk, they like okay. So one of the things that they have going in is like an escalator for each foot. So one side goes up, one side goes down. That, when you're drunk, is fucking lethal. Let me say. I nearly went arse over tit down it. And keep in mind, there's no little mat at the bottom. I'd be landing on corrugated metal. I'd have
Fucking
fucking
A.
died. I'm in a short skirt. I've flashed half a download while I was on it. And we get to the top. Me and Viv are at the top. We're having a whale of a time. And then the way you get down is by like a little helter-skelter slide. And this is where the video happens. But I'm like screaming all sorts of shit at the top of this. Like, I'm having so much fun, I'm never going home. I go down the slide.
You were unintelligible for most of it.
I'm screaming, I'm never going home. I'm having so much fun. I fucking love you, Vivian, all this shit. And then me fucking skirt rides up, and it's on hard plastic. I'm wearing just pretty normal underwear, but half of my ass is out, and it's just like friction burn down this
Oh
fucking thing.
no.
So I'm screaming at full blast, me fucking ass! Me ass! Me ass! Like screaming this, and I come down, I flash half a download again, but now my ass is burned. That's nice. What the fuck did I do after that?
Also, I love the transition from I'm sleeping in front of a heater because I have hypothermia to this is the best, I never want to leave.
Yeah. Well, Murdo, you don't want to. Well,
In,
Murdo,
in
I can
like
tell you
a
what happens
few
the next day.
hours.
I'm so glad I'm
Yeah.
a boring person, first of all.
So what? I'm really struggling to remember what happened after that.
We have really 3 very different types of people here, do we? Because Liam is the kind of person that does go to gigs, but it's like the sensible
Oh,
one.
I actually lost.
If I had to
lost
guess.
my
Yeah.
I lost my bum bag. It took me like 3 hours to realise that. The only thing in my bum bag was my bank card.
Ooh.
Yeah, but look, I froze my bank card. I didn't know I froze my bank card, but Viv told me I did. I don't know how. I don't even know how you freeze your bank card on your phone, but I found out.
Okay, well, that worked out.
So
I'm surprised you
Viv.
managed that. Rather than drunk.
Yeah, I am as well. So fucking, I'm asking about for my bum bag. I ask like a person in the caravan park in a security jacket. Go, excuse me, me lovely. I've lost my bum bag, and I'm very easily irritable when I'm drunk, like a lot of people are. And
Yes,
then
when you're drunk.
this fucking twat, shut up. This fucking twat, literally, after I said I've lost my bum bag, says, "What do you mean you've lost your bum bag?"
The
Don't you
term
know what I
bum bag
said?
is a bit. The term bum bag might not be like that
No, it is.
common.
It's
No,
it's
it is.
pretty well known.
It is. So, do you know what I say to this twat? I just go, "I've lost me fucking bum bag. What do you think it means?"
Oh.
Yeah.
Replies in
He's
caps
like,
lock.
"Come on." He's like, "Is it in the lost and found?" They're like, "You're gonna have to check tomorrow." I was like, "Oh, for fuck's sake!" So I just go back to Viv, and I'm like, "Viv, they can't find me bum bag." She's like, "You need to go back to your tent because reasons." So I can't remember what her reasons were. She was equally as drunk as me. I go back to my tent, and the rest of the lasses have, for one, started a fucking campfire. That's not allowed to download.
Nope.
Yeah, and 2, I'm actually scared of fire. If you didn't know that about me.
I didn't.
Yeah, I fucking hate fire unless it's like controlled.
Or at
And
Eurovision 2019.
That's controlled fire. So
Well, 18.
that's controlled fire. Right. So, and again, I have no filter. Normally, especially have no filter when I'm drunk. Around the tent, like, there's like 7 of the lasses I'm with. There's a lass who I've never seen and 3 lads. And I'm there with my fucking empty bottle that did have pre-mixed Jägermeister and energy drink in it.
Gummers.
And normally I wouldn't say anything, but because I was drunk, I kind of just went, and who the fuck are these then?
That's needlessly aggressive.
And this lass came over, her name was Jasmine. Found out she was engaged. Didn't know that at the time, otherwise I would have said something. She came over and said, "Can you be quiet? Because Elise and this lad," Elise was another lass who I was with, "Elise and this lad, they're having a shag in the tent. Just, be quiet." And you said that to me, so instantly I go,
Ah, yes.
And
When you're
and
shagging in a
everyone kinda
tent, you need concentration.
everyone's
Yeah.
kind of just staring at me as if they all went equally as drunk the night before. But you have to, I'm the only one drunk and everyone else is sober. So I go in my tent with Jasmine, and Jasmine's like, "There's a guy who I'm with. I really like him, Aria. Like, please don't say anything with her." I wasn't gonna fucking say anything. I started randomly singing some song. When she said, like, "He's perfect," I started singing, like, fucking...
Wait.
"Please don't
So-
you ever feel..." Yeah.
She was engaged,
Yeah.
but she was looking up for guy download.
Yeah.
Woof. Okay.
I didn't know she was engaged at the time. I didn't
Yeah.
know she was engaged until, like, Sunday. But
Right.
otherwise I would have fucking said some shit.
Jesus Christ.
So she was like, "Oh, he's Romanian, he's lovely, blah blah blah." I started singing Romania's Eurovision song.
Of course you did.
Fucking,
like-
fucking.
He was like, she was like, "He's Romanian, he's the one with the beard," and I was like, "Romania, oh lambi baby, yamame, come on, sing it with me, Jasmine, yamame." You know that song?
She'll know the fucking Romanian Eurovision entries.
Yeah.
Fucking A.
And she was like, "Aria, you need to go to bed." It's like, I'm gonna go to bed in a minute. Stop fucking
What's
telling
What
me.
time are we on now?
Are you drunk?
I don't know. Like, don't tell her. This lass and the fucking other lass who just shows up. She asked me if I'd been to Comic-Con. And I went, "No, I've never been to fucking Comic-Con, love. Who the fuck are you?"
Jesus Christ.
And she was like, "My name's Tamsin." I was like, "I'm Aria and I'm fucking going to bed. I'll see you later." Right, and I went to bed. And I woke up. And I was freezing again.
Mhm.
But this time combined with hungover. So I went back to the medical tent.
Okay.
I was so cold and also hungover, and I was lying on the floor. Helen, the lady in the medical tent, really helped me. Lovely lass, Helen.
I was about to say, I'm sure I know your name by this point.
And I was on the floor, and I was just like, like thrown up into a ball, just like wanting to like just die because I'm hungover and freezing. And they're like, "Do you want anything? Do you want like to do anything?" And I was like, "I want it. I'm never fucking drinking again." We'll see how long
Yes.
that lasts.
Yeah. So Aria messaged me like, "Oh, I'm
I
never gonna
don't,
drink
don't
again."
spoil my stories.
No. I'm just to this point. So basically, Aria messaged me like, "Oh, I'm never gonna drink again. I was so drunk," and I was like, I didn't say anything, but like, I said to her, I was like, "Yeah, it's probably good." And in my mind, I was like, "That's no way. That's holding up."
Yeah,
No way.
no.
Let's see how long it holds up. Liam, how was
Yeah.
your Friday download?
My Friday down. So music started on Friday, didn't it? I love the fact you haven't mentioned music at all.
I know.
Yeah. Like, I was
I'll
asked,
have
like,
you
the-
know.
the
I'll have
funny
you know.
thing,
I
like-
have mentioned music. I started screaming the Romanian Eurovision entry
Yeah,
at some
true.
random girl.
Okay, I'm gonna need good music, not, you know.
But also, the funny thing was also Aria messaged me. I asked Aria, "Why did you get drunk on the bus? Like that seems so weird." And she was like, "Oh, Wednesday." And I was like,
Last 2
are you
days
gonna
are
listen to?
literally just
Are
there
you
to get
gonna
drunk.
listen? Yeah, are you gonna listen to any music today? Or is there any concerts? Like, no, Wednesday's just to get drunk. I'm like, what? Fuck, what do you mean?
No.
Okay.
Liam, you can confirm the first 2 days are just to get drunk.
First 2 days, yes. First 2 days are camping opens on the Wednesday, so you can get set up, and it's all like external stuff going on. Really, there is music, but like it's all, you know, small, tiny bands you probably never heard of in different places. Wrestling often happens, like NXT's quite often at downloads and stuff.
They didn't even do NXT this year.
Oh, didn't they?
I would've went.
Oh, that's shit. I
I would have went and all.
Yeah, if you want my Friday, which one do you want? 2012 or 2013? 2012 was the one where I had to leave on Friday.
For both.
Okay, I'll start with the good one, shall I? I can't even remember what happened. See, I can remember the bad one, not a problem.
Yeah, but you said that on 2012 you left on a Friday.
Yes, so, all right, I remember that story, so we'll go with that. So, basically, my ex turned up on the Friday. She'd just come back. Okay, there's some real ridiculous context here. She'd just come back from holiday. She'd been away for a week with her parents. And then on top of that, the very first day that they left, her granddad had passed away. Now, that's not where the story ends. He'd been living with them for, I don't know, 3-4 months at this point. And they knew he didn't really have a lot of time left with how he was. Guy like dealt with like a really recent quadruple heart bypass and all this kind of stuff. Like the poor guy was well out on his way. Lovely bloke. One of the most funniest people to unironically know me as Jester. Her entire family like called me Jester. I didn't tell them that. That's just how she introduced me, and that's how they knew my name was Liam, but I was always just called Jester by all of them, including her granddad. It was very wholesome. Anyway, the lovely bloke passed away at the start of the holiday, so they were already like, quite down and sad and stuff like that. Anyway, she turns up on the Friday. I told her, if you're not feeling great, you're not going to go well with, download and stuff. Don't worry about coming. I'm absolutely fine by myself here. It's not a problem. I was with the group of people that I'd mentioned before. Anyway, she turns up and...
Oh, wait. Was it the ex at the time or still the active one?
Active at the time. Okay. This was the Psycho X.
Yes, it is.
No,
just to clarify, because you said the ex was coming, and I was like, okay, she was the ex at the time.
No, funny enough, the ex was already there.
Oh, right.
She was part of the fucking main group. Anyway.
Isn't this the fun bit?
Is it fun? I don't know. Anyway, so she...
This was the fun story.
This is the one I remember. So she turns up. God, I can't even remember who was playing, but we saw a couple of bands in the big Pepsi Max tent. One of them was Lawnmower Death, and if you've ever seen any of my profile pictures, or if you're bored on Facebook and never go from my profile pictures, the one where I'm holding the inflatable dolphin, that's from that. So that Friday, I had a white Rise to Remain t-shirt, which I really liked. It was one of my favorite t-shirts that I had. Because I'm an idiot, first time. And basically, we were all in a queue, very muddy, waiting to get in. It was already 2 or 3 o'clock at this point. We'd missed the first band, which I really wanted to see, which was, funnily enough, Rise to Remain. So this fucking absolute... I don't know if he's like willfully ignorant or just like a moron or just a stupid person, but he's a big oafish like Wookiee looking dude, and he was like, "Oh, don't worry, I'll just pick you up and put you on Liam's shoulders." And I said, "No, don't do that." Without even fucking a blink, he lifted her up onto my shoulders. Bear in mind, mud was everywhere, so I then had a muddy brunt straight onto my white t-shirt. And I then had to get rid of that t-shirt later on because it just looked like I'd been sick down it. Just could not wash it out at all. It was gross.
Did you not use the bio powder? Fabulous.
No, to be honest, my stepmom worked on it with like anything that she could, and she just could not get it out at all. It sucked. It was one of my favorite t-shirts. It was like one of my first gig t-shirts.
You said this was the day that was fun.
I don't. This wasn't the fun one.
Well, what happened on the fun one then?
I can't even remember. You have to give me some time. Go on.
I should leave.
So, she then decided, after she'd been there for most of the day, and just before a band I wanted to see on Friday, that she didn't want to be there, and that... She'd arrived on the Friday. She was absolutely fine to begin with. It all started taking a turn when she saw my ex was part of the group, which was quite often the way. And, I don't want to say... It's mean to say, so I'm not going to actually... believe that this is the truth, but I think she used her granddad as an excuse to like get us both off the festival. Like she just decided suddenly that she didn't want to be there. I said, "Do you want me to come with you, or do you want me to stay?" And she then made out like I was potentially a bad guy for even suggesting that I'd stay. Bearing in mind, I'd paid for a fucking ticket. Yeah. Long story short, we ended up leaving her, and her mom came and picked us up, and her mom actually gave me like £100 back. pay for the the 2 days I'd missed out on. So it wasn't too bad. But this was another day where I could have seen. I've got a rolling story now, or rolling situation where there's a guy called Devin Townsend and his band Devin Townsend Project. I've never seen a full normal set of theirs live until after I broke up with that ex. Because every time I'd gone, there's always been something to stop me from actually finishing like a full set then. It was really annoying. The only time I'd seen him all the way through was at Download the following year, and he was doing an acoustic set while Motorhead was playing on the main stage. And it was just really funny because it was just constantly just Devin Townsend yelling at Lemmy to keep it down. It's quite funny, that one. And then after that, it was 2015 when I went with Ditzy B for people in chat. Obviously, you know who she is. We went to Manchester, and that's where the story of me crashing into the... Well, not crashing, but kind of crushing into the Alfa Romeo in a multi-story car park came from. Anyway, that was Friday. We left, and that was it. The other Friday, if I remember right, it was the Prodigy headlining, and I wasn't really that interested in seeing, if I'm honest, because I'm not really that big of a Prodigy fan. And like me and her and a couple of others just decided not to watch them in the end because apparently there was like all kinds of shit going on. No, that was the... Okay, I'm getting them mixed up. That was 2012, Prodigy was Friday. Friday on the 2013 was the funny one because that was when we... No, is that a shiny?
The Blaziken?
No, the Charmeleon.
Not at that point. Maybe. Let me check.
Sorry, I just got really distracted by that.
Fine.
It looks off there. Anyway,
God, let me give me a check. Give me a sec.
I can't see
Check.
any. Gibbo says yes.
Oh,
Oh, it is. Yeah, I can see it here.
Yeah, apparently, yeah.
Oh,
Much like it. Shiny.
fuck yeah, I'm taking that. Yeah, so it was Slipknot, and we were already like in the main stage crowd, somewhere towards the middle, and the ex was like, "Oh, we should go to the front so we can get a good view." And I said, "No, I've seen what the fucking surges are like at just normal Slipknot gigs and stuff, let alone an actual festival." And she was like, "No, we should go. So she decided to go towards the front, and I said, "This is fucking stupid. Stop it." Anyway, crowd absolutely fucking surged, hard enough to actually knock down the crowd control barriers. And if you haven't seen what they look like, they're built in a way. So if you imagine that's like the barrier there, I'm doing it on the webcam. They have a stand there as well to like support against weight pushing against it. They came down. I'm not sure what exactly happened after the fact, but she passed out from all that going on. And I was like, fuck, how the hell do I get her out of here? So I said to a couple of people next to me, "Hey, do you mind crowd surfing my girlfriend at the time, my ex out? She's passed out," and everyone just sent her over, basically.
Hang on, you just fucking threw this poor lass, like,
we
on
went,
top of everyone.
we were quite near the front, and security had already seen what was going on, like, they were already waving. Yeah, Gibbo says he remembers the crowd barrier breaking. Yeah, we were there!
As well.
So we sent her over to the security guy, and they sent her off to the medical tent. As far as I was aware, there's a medical tent right to the left of the main stage.
Wasn't when we were there, like.
I was in the middle of the crowd going, "How the fuck am I going to get out?" And I was like, I could crowd surf too! And my shock at all this happening quickly turned into elation that I got to crowd surf at Slipknot. That was pretty fucking cool. So I just said, "Hey, my girlfriend's just been sent over the barrier because she's just passed out. Would you mind sending me up?" He goes, yeah, no problem. So fucking just launched me up, and I crowd surfed at Slipknot. It was a great feeling. Anyway.
I genuinely thought that it was going to be, and I enjoyed the rest of the
I did as well.
And I enjoyed the gig. Modo, apparent Cosmic Bullet is saying, "Yo, I just got in here, but I do not think your mic is picking up on stream."
Oh.
So anyway, I got over the barrier. Yeah, I got over the barrier on the Friday. I told the security guy, and he went, "Oh yeah, go that way." So I went that way towards the medical tent. She wasn't there. I was like, interesting. Spoke to the person there, and they were like, "Oh yeah, she may have been taken to this tent." So I went all the way up the field to the one at the very top where the top entrance is. Not there. And they said, maybe she's been sent to the one just on the way on the entrance, just beyond the ticket check. I was like, okay. At this point, my phone was dying. So I went all the way over there. she wasn't there. And bearing in mind, download, Aria,
It's fucking massive.
it's massive and not a lot of signal in a lot of places. I don't know if it's better now,
the
but
signal's terrible.
still bad. Okay, so I got to this last 10, and I was like, yeah, blah blah, this has happened. My phone's died, and they were like, okay, right, we don't know where she is, and we've got no way of actually checking. Apparently, they can't, use walkie-talkies. Do you want us to charge your phone up so you can call her? And I was like, I guess so. I mentioned the signal problem. They said, to be honest, signal's okay here, so it shouldn't be. Anyway, phone charge, called her up. This was an hour and a half in at this stage. And finally, we found each other. She had been sent to one of the medical tents in the main arena. I just couldn't find her, apparently. So we ended up meeting back at the entrance onto the main field, I guess is the best way to explain it. And then we just ended up walking back to the tent, and we didn't go back to see Slipknot, and that was kind of the end of the night. And yeah, that was my 2 Fridays.
So Friday for me was actually quite normal up until a certain point.
Okay.
So I started my download by seeing. Well, I didn't intend to see them. They were just on before someone I wanted to. Do you know who Aaron Jones is? American guitar guy. Saw him.
Yeah, I remember you saying Gibbo.
Shut up.
No, I not name I recognise.
Well, he was actually quite good.
Okay.
And then I saw Skinned. Skinned was great. Skinned is I told you about her actually. She does industrial metal that's about true crime events.
Okay.
Yep, she was fab. And then I saw As Everything Unfolds, who were great. And I saw
Can
one.
I add? Skinned was great, red and screaming the whole time, but else really good.
Okay.
What? Red and screaming all the time. What?
Yeah, because she got skinned. Oh yeah.
Oh, shut the fuck up. Who did I see after Skinned? Hang on, I need to look at my phone.
While
Does everything
you
unfold?
think about it, can I address my chat real quick? Cosmic, how are runs this evening? I think this is the third one now? Fourth? Third? But I think a third.
Okay.
So the second one was really good, actually. I went into the first snowmobile mission and failed the jump onto the balcony for no good reason. But now in hindsight, I'm happy that failed. Even though it was a really good run up until that point, I only had to reset Cannonball up to that point. But knowing that my mic was muted the entire time, I'm not too mad that didn't go.
You did.
Oh my god, muted!
You joked about that as well.
But then again, I didn't talk that much anyway because we have festival talk. Aria is on the call today for first time, telling about her festival at Download. Experience at Download Festival. There we go. That's the sentence.
Which was this time last week.
And Liam is sharing his experiences when he went to Download 2012, 2013. And I don't go to festivals because I'm a loser, so I don't have.
So Liam, I've told you before I've went to gigs where I've never ever said anyone was bad.
Yeah.
I've always just thought this isn't for me because it's been a support or something.
Yeah.
But at Download, I saw 2 people where I was like, yeah, this is bad. First one was someone on main stage. And not to be cocky, I thought I could have done better than them. Black Veil Brides were absolutely terrible.
So Black Veil Brides is a very interesting one for me because when I was hanging out with the Stafford lot, there was the emo kids love Black Veil Brides. They're big fans.
Yeah, that's why I like Black Veil Brides.
But everyone said they were terrible. And I was like, okay, I just will never listen to them then.
They were really bad live.
But then, like I say, the new stuff is alright. I quite enjoy some of their new stuff. The problem with Download, and I find there's quite a few bands that are affected by this. If you see them in a proper, academy, arena, whatever, indoor, more often than not, they actually sound absolutely fine. At least, I've noticed quite a few bands suffer for playing outside, or depending on where you're stood, can really change how they sound. Korn is the band that I saw that I don't hate Korn, but I enjoy some of their songs. Live in Download, fucking dreadful. Probably one of the worst bands I've ever heard.
Interesting.
Black Veil Brides are the worst band I've ever heard, but the worst solo artist is coming on Sunday.
Ooh. On the
Just to
stage?
give you a little bit of suspense. Yes.
Ew.
So, Black Veil Brides were bad.
What's wrong with it, Cheering?
Very bad. And then I saw Meet Me at the Altar. They were great. They're a good pop punk band. I would definitely see them again. They've done a cover of Limp Bizkit's Break Stuff. That
Oh,
was fun.
nice.
And I actually haven't told anyone other than my friend Ryan this, but for the last couple of months, I've been dealing with really bad mood swings.
Mm-hmm.
And I had one at download. And everything just became the most depressing thing that I'd ever experienced in my life. I couldn't find Viv. I was by myself. I couldn't find any of my friends. No one was answering their phone. I had about 4 panic attacks in the space of a couple of hours. So I go to the medic tent again, because we're on a fucking first name basis with them now. And this guy is just a dick. He is a dick. He's misgendering me.
Mm-hmm.
He asked me for my name, and I said it's Aria. He thought I said Aaron.
Yeah, because they sound very similar.
Yeah, and I'm just
if he said Adrian, if he thought it
Adrian!
No, I
like
thought it was
something like that,
Aaron.
right? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and I'm sat there, I'm shaking. Another lass comes over, she really helps me, bless her. I'm crying at this point, very hard, saying I want to go home. I'm scared, I'm cold, I'm this, and this. Like, really upset. Little did I know, at this time, I also had sunstroke. I found that out later.
Fuck it. So you had hypothermia and sunstroke in the space of what, 3 days? 4 days?
Yeah.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
why I was like, Aria had like
I'm
everything
speedrunning
that-
festival illnesses.
Yeah, everything that can happen at a festival,
Incredible.
Diarrhea.
including bad
Oh,
sex
good.
content.
Diarrhea is probably like the bottom rung of like the festival experience. Like anyone, I
didn't get diarrhea.
don't think I pooped more than twice that entire download weekend.
It was
Either of
just
them.
really like I was just not having fun. And Kiss comes on, and I'm like, you
I'm
know
so
what?
sorry.
Because me and Viv planned on doing the Kiss makeup, but to see Kiss.
Yeah, it makes
and
sense.
I'm texting Viv, and I'm like, where are you? I can't find her. I go outside for maybe half an hour, sit there, still can't find her. Go back to the medic tent because I'm having a panic attack. And the fucking cunt comes over. The cunt who thinks my name is Aaron comes over. And at this point, one of the main reasons I've been crying is because I want to go home, but because of the way that my coach is set up, I can't go home until Monday morning. So I essentially felt like I was trapped there.
Yeah, you basically held hostage, aren't you, without your
I
own
was making
transport.
I was making it very clear that that's why I was so upset. And I don't think I've ever been in hysteria so much when this cunt comes over, sits down next to me and says, you know what? I think you need to go home.
Fucking hell. So helpful.
Yeah,
And I just went, I was like, I can't go, I can't fucking go. Like, I just started screaming.
I mean, surely this got like obvious I get what you mean, but obviously there has to be some way of getting you out of there, right?
There was not.
No. Like, unless
There was
you...
actually- unless
So
you
if you-
drove there.
Or if you got a
No, no,
taxi,
no.
maybe, but
Yeah, a taxi.
that would cost you a lot. Well, for Aria especially.
There was no way of getting me home. They were like, you need... Okay, because the arena was about to close now, they were like, you need to go to the medic tent in the village. So I go to the medic tent, and I start feeling violently ill. I've never felt this ill since I had COVID. I feel awful. Like, my eyes are rolling back, I'm shaking, I'm cold, like, my fucking teeth are chattering, I don't know what's up. I'm sat in the medic tent for an hour. The curtain is wide open, so every fucker going past can see this twat with fucking sunglasses on their head, like fucking eyes rolling back, fucking on a chair, just like, ugh, like fucking. I looked like I was about to fucking die. And then a paramedic comes over and they're like, come on, love, we'll get you to ring one of your friends. One of your friends will come and get you. You've got sunstroke. And like, I sat down next to this lovely Scottish lass in the wellbeing tent. That's where you go if you're having like an episode.
Yep.
Which was what I was having. And
also sunstroke.
we ring Willow and Chanel, two of the lasses. I mentioned Willow. She was the one who got flashed earlier. Willow comes and she's like, come on, we're going to buy you a duvet. We're going to do this, and this, and we're going to put you to bed because you're not well. I was like, thank you very much, my lovely Scouse single mother friend. I didn't actually say that, obviously. She tells me that everything's kicked off back at the camp. And I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake, can I just go to bed? So, like, I'm walking back to camp and people are looking at me like, genuinely someone said, fucking hell, when they looked at me.
Oh.
That was
Pleasant.
nice. And someone said, what the fuck have they been on? I'll tell you what I've been on. Anxiety.
Hell of a drug.
Yeah.
And like people in the camp were like, oh my, like they didn't say anything to me. They're like, oh my god, is she okay? Is she okay? They were very concerned for me. To be honest, like I looked like I was ready to die. And do you know what though? Got a really good night's sleep.
Yeah, that seems like the thing that's gonna knock you out like incredibly well.
Lovely night's sleep with this new duvet.
And also the heat stroke and the
So
giant anxiety attack.
Saturday.
Actually,
Right.
1 second. Hello, Suzuka. Yeah. So you are watching one of 2 active speedrunners and 1 person that wants to run the game, maybe, but hasn't yet. Cosmic. Yeah. So we are a very quaint group of people that speedrun this. So if you have any questions, feel free. I am the former world record holder, and I'm working on getting that back.
Fucking brag about it.
While we're pausing,
Getting there. No.
Gibbo, me and Shaggy were talking the other day about Download 2016 and how we both ended up spending most of the time in the NXT tent because of the rain, so we could have crossed paths a year before we met on stream. That is wild.
So,
Cosmic.
what was yours?
you
Did
can't
anything
even-
eventful happen on Saturday, Liam?
Cosmic, you can't even get a corkscrew right now.
Other than seeing bands, I don't think so. I think that was I might be getting my days mixed up, but I think that was the whole like Devin Townsend yelling at Motorhead day, which is pretty funny. Other than that, no. Like literally, my entire weekend was actually going to see the music and then going back to the tent. That was pretty much it.
Let me fucking tell you what happened Saturday.
Okay, I'm excited.
So it starts off normal, but towards the end, you'll notice a pattern that these days start off very normal, but come around the 4-5 o'clock mark, everything turns a bit dark.
So wait, so just
Hello.
for clarity, so after you had a heat stroke and anxiety attacks and went to bed, the next morning you were just healthy again,
Not healthy.
but you felt all right.
I felt
All
good
right.
enough to go. Myrtle, I spent 250 quid plus me transport plus everything on everything else. I was not going to fucking miss everything.
Yeah, but I mean, you can just take it slow. And if I remember right, I don't think you took it slow that day.
I did not. So you'll again, like I said, you'll notice a pattern where about the 5 o'clock mark things start turning a bit dark. So 11, my first band was on, and Liam did Kerrang. You know the Kerrang tent.
Yeah.
Did they do a competition where like some fucking band could open the tent on the Saturday?
Probably, but I can't honestly remember.
Well, they did that for us, so I saw them, to support, like, but like as you do, just a support, and they were actually quite good. Bit more work on stage presence, they'll be doing great. They were called Animalia, decent. I saw Death Blooms for the 3rd time. That was fucking fun. That sounds fucking sarcastic.
It did.
wasn't it? But, no, that was actually the highlight of Saturday. To be fair, who else did I see on Saturday? Let me have a look.
When is the Stumpman speedrunning community going to fix floating point errors on emulators without to be playable?
Okay, I'm gonna put some videos in the group chat actually of what happened on. So, Liam, did you have any clashes when you went?
I think so. Just give Meadow a second so we can reply to this.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah, so we don't run on emulators because most console speedrun communities will not allow emulators for different reasons, obviously, because it's gonna be a bit different. For our game, we haven't really dealt with it because, yeah, as you said, the performance issues on emulators for Stuntman are very weird and very different. Like, there's graphical issues, there's which you can't fix, but then there's also like these issues with the following cars breaking, which you call the floating point arrows. And we are like, there's a lot of people that worked on it, like people that work on the emulators, and like people try to fix it. And I've seen people like get past these missions on emulator. Like, I've seen it work somehow, somewhat. But yeah, we are like, my point is, we just play the game. We don't have any idea about what do you call it, coding or whatever. So we are the last people to fix this. Like, but the thing is, I would like it to be an emulator just because we could cut down on like loading times and also performance issues.
Quick question in relation.
It would be great if we could play an emulator, but right now I don't see that happening. That wall is drive-through. Interesting.
Quick question in relation. Have you looked at Stuntman being on the new PlayStation bullshit that's going on?
I'm not aware that it is.
Okay.
I doubt it though, because yeah, this game is notoriously hard to emulate.
Okay,
this
fair
is
enough.
one of the games that is notoriously hard to get running on anything that isn't an original PlayStation.
Fair enough. So-
but yeah, I doubt that is available, but I'll check.
Back to download. If there was any clashes, I'd already decided what I was going to see before I went. So
Yeah. So I
realistically,
don't have
not
any
what I saw.
clashes per se. The closest thing, well, that's a lie. Actually, kind of did have a clash. But there was one where Death Blooms were finishing their set at 12:15. Cassiette starts her set at 12:15. And I was like, you know what? The set's probably running behind, and I'm going to put the video of what happened in the little chat that you've invited me to, in case you want to see how well me thinking I'd be okay went.
Do you want to describe it for people that can't see the video, aka everyone? But
You can watch first.
Also, yeah, I'm kind of busy. Driving physics are
Yeah,
very
yeah,
subtly
yeah.
different. Yeah, so I don't understand much about like coding and how video games work, but how I was described, because I asked a friend that knows how to code, what this floating point error is. So more or less he described it as like with the binary, what you do more or less is you give the program like math homework, and that like it has to solve that, and that's how you give coordinates where something has to be or what's happening or whatever the hell. And with like games like this, a lot of times they have a really weird way of calculating it, and there is apparently there's like rounding errors, and that's basically what's happening here. So did I get credit on that one? Oh god. Yeah, so there's rounding errors in emulation, so that's probably gonna mess with everything from physics to, you know, AI cars following them. Anyway.
So in the video, for those who can't watch, it's me fucking booking it to Cassiette, like at full block. I don't run. I never run, but I was running because fucking... I was like, she won't start the set with my favourite song, will she? She did. So I start running, and Cassiette was great.
Good.
And Viv texts me. You remember Viv from the Drunk Fun House, yeah? Viv texts me saying, "Sorry, I'm not in the arena. I'm getting very drunk." And I was like, "Oh no, okay." And I meet up with Viv later because we want to see... Liam, do you know Creeper?
Not off the top of my head, no.
Right, well, we want to see Creeper together. And I meet with Viv, and Viv is very, very drunk. And when you're around... And Murdo didn't get this, but when you're around, like, 5 drunk people, and you're the only sober one, Liam, what is the only thing you want to do?
I don't know if it's the same for everybody, but I just want to after everybody. I just want to put them all on leads and just like not let them wander too far.
Oh,
Well,
you're
that's
the one
opposite
sober
of what I
person.
want to do. That's the opposite of what I did.
Oh,
I decided...
I'm a drunk herder.
I was like, you know what, Viv, I'm not going to get too drunk. I know I said no more drinking, but I'm not going to get too drunk. I'm just going to get a little bit tipsy with you, and everything will be fine.
Yeah, see, that's the difference between you and me.
one bottle of mojito flavoured gin later, I actually lose my phone. And
Incredible.
losing my phone was very, very scary for me, because my phone now also had the card in the back of the case.
Oh, Jesus.
Because I was like, I lost the bum bag. By the way, I found the bum bag. It was in Viv's fucking caravan. We were just too drunk to find it. Forgot to mention that. So I put the bank card in the back of the phone case so I wouldn't lose, but I lost my phone as well. So, I don't know what happened to Viv. I kind of just left her with her friends, and I started looking for my phone. And I go to the information desk, and I'm like very incoherent at this point. I'm more drunk than I was on the fucking Thursday. I go over, like, "Excuse me, me lovely," because I was calling everyone me lovely, saying I've lost my phone. And they were like, "Okay, just sit at the wellness tent for a bit." okay, and we're gonna help you find it. Do you remember where it was? And I was like, no, I don't remember where it was. And they were like, do you have a friend? And I'm like, Viv, but I can't find it. And like everything's just getting very emotional because he's overwhelming me with all these questions and I can't find anything. So I sit at the wellness tent for a bit. There's a lovely lass from Somerset there called Laura or Lauren, one of the two, and she's, to be honest, she's just as drunk as me, and I just start giving her a bit of a motivational speech, to be honest. And I just start telling her, like, I ask her who she's with. She says she's with her friends, but they've binned her off. And I was like, you don't need them. You don't need them. You are here. You're here. You're a download, right? And word for word, something that I said was, listen, my sweetheart, I believe in reincarnation. However,
God.
at the end of the day, if this is our one chance here, we can't be wasting it with people who don't fuck with us. So you need to show them, or just show yourself, whoever, what a good time you're having to download. She became my best friend for like
Oh,
45
obviously.
minutes. We started looking for my phone. Security are helping me look as best as they can. I'm asking them to follow me, and they're like, no. Which, okay.
Bit rude.
And then, you know what? I didn't even check my backpack to see if my phone was in there, but it was. So I wasted security's time. I started crying because I was wasting their time. Yeah. I don't know what happened to Lauren, but she just fucking went. I completely lost Lauren. And at this point, I'm like, it took me until now to realise Viv was gone. So I'm walking around the arena while Iron Maiden's on, giving out high fives to people who were going past. So I'm like, holding my arm, saying, you want a high five? And if they high five me, I'd go away. And if they didn't high five, I'd go, it's all right, me love, and I'd move on to the next person.
You're like free hugs at Comic-Con, and I don't respect it.
I'm sorry, Liam. So I was giving out high fives and fist bumps and all that, looking for Viv. In between the high fives, I'm screaming, Vivian! At the top of my lungs.
To anyone external right now, it looks like every time you receive a high five, you just yell a random name, but you only know one name.
Yeah, Vivian.
Bang! Vivian! Bang! Vivian!
Alcohol always leads to discussions of the meaning of life. Not sure what it is, but being told. Thank you, Piano Fish.
Yeah.
See, they get me.
I get it.
So
I get it.
I'm looking for Vivian. I can't find Vivian at all. So I
Hi,
go to the
James.
caravan park and I sit outside the caravan. Well, someone's caravan I sit outside of. And I start calling everyone I know to tell them how much I love them. I called Ryan. I called Willow from the camp. But I don't have Chris from work's phone number. So I sent him a voice message. Of which I'm going to put in the chat now if anyone would like to play it.
Oh, why?
I'll play it if it's available.
I'll put it in
It's
now.
safe for work.
Is it safe for work?
Safe for work.
Well, Aria's not
Oh,
safe for work.
There you go. If you want to hear me incoherent when I'm drunk.
Here we go.
Listen, right, my previous voice message is deleted. I don't want to re-record it, but listen, me and Viv were fucking plastered. Viv's in, like, watching Iron Man now at the campsite. Like, listen, you're lovely, you're amazing. Don't let anyone ever, even if it's Michael, if it's anyone, don't let anyone tell you that you're not amazing, because you're fucking lovely. You're one of the loveliest people I've ever fucking met. Honestly. From the bottom, if I wasn't drunk, I wouldn't be fucking telling you that. You're genuinely one of the nicest people I've ever met in my fucking life.
I'm listening to it on your stream, so
you're
it's
so
a bit
fucking
weird.
nice, honestly. And we have such a laugh when we're at work, even though we're never on shift. Chris, in a friendly way, I absolutely fucking love you. If you ever died, I'd be so fucking upset. Honestly. I'm waiting for Viv to come back from my amazing, because, like, honestly, I'm just sat, like, outside from Rando's tent. Chris, listen, if anyone ever underestimates you, fucking leave, because you're amazing.
You sound like every let's go with 17 to like 21-year-old girl that I've met drunk, like that has been drunk themselves. You sound exactly like every single one of them. That's incredible. So
I start professing how much I love Chris from there, and I tell Willow that she's me mum. I tell Ryan that he is such a good friend to me. Did Myrtle, did I send you anything?
I don't think so. So you.
I think I didn't send anything to Myrtle, which I'm a bad friend for
You
that.
didn't send me anything either.
Do you know how I found Viv?
Not a friend.
This is true, actually. The way I found Viv was by sitting outside of someone's caravan, screaming Viv until someone said, yeah?
Yep,
I was
what's
like,
up?
oh my god, Vivian! So I found Vivian, and Vivian was upset, and I was like, why are you upset, Vivian? She didn't tell me. She didn't tell me why she was upset, so I was trying to guess. And I was like, Vivian, you cannot let anyone make you feel this way if we only have one chance on the earth. Like, all this and this. Fucking, and I turn around to give someone a high five, and then she's gone, and I've lost Vivian. And it's a bit like Silent Witness now. It's like scary, like she's gone missing. So I find security, and I'm like, excuse me, security people, I've lost Vivian. And they're like, okay, what does Vivian look like? And for some reason, I just start going, oh, she's lovely. She's so good at her job. She's amazing. Oh, she's got such a kind heart, and her and her husband are such a cute couple. On not describing at all what she looks like. But to be fair, if I just said what she does look like, which is Chilean lass with brown hair and tattoos, that doesn't really help when you're a download and it's midnight.
Yeah, it doesn't narrow anything down, really. 2 secs. James, or a chance my brother-in-law to mention his I can't even pronounce that ceremony in Peru for the 478th time. My favourite interaction with anyone who's drunk was Bloodstock, because all my good stories are at Bloodstock. And we were just walking towards like the tent that has music in it, really descriptive and helpful. And a guy walked up towards me and a friend and went, may your eyes be blessed with the power of the power to beat badgers at chess, but don't play against tigers because they're cheating cunts, or something like that. And it was just like a random sentence like that, and he wandered off, and I was like, that was incredible. I want to see more of that. Bloodstock is brilliant. Download's terrible. Next.
Okay, so I can't find Viv, and I'm literally there. The security, like, she's probably just gone to bed, and I'm like, oh, she's probably right. I'm gonna go. I'll go back to the tent, me lovely. But if she hasn't gone by morning, I'm filing a police report. Okay. So I go back to the shuttle bus because the arena's fucking closed, because we can't just walk through the arena and get the. It was the right fuck on, to be honest. Like, even when I was doing this sober, I was pissed. Like, not like, yeah. So I'm waiting in the queue to get on the bus. There's this lovely lesbian next to me. Her name's Vicky. And Vicky, it was Vicky or Nikki, one of the two.
So lovely, you got a name.
Fuck off. I was absolutely paralytic. So I'm on the bus, and I sit next to her, bless her. I wouldn't do this normally. And the bus moves, and instantly I kind of just like collapse forward onto the seat that's there, and just like that. Like, and we wake up. Well, I wake up. No one else was asleep on the bus. I wake up, look around, and I'm just like, where the fuck are we? And we're at the like just about to pull in, and I'm like, oh, thank you for looking after me, Katie. Yeah, called her the wrong name. She was like, it's Vicky, and I was like, oh, is it? Oh, sorry, lovely.
I mean, the cadence was right. Katie,
Yeah.
Vicky, the cadence is there.
Yeah, I tried. So you know how there's a co-op at download.
Yes.
So for some reason at this hour of the night, it's like 2 in the morning, I think. And I'm like, you know what? I want some bread. I want some sausage rolls. I want everything that they have in the co-op. So I'm staggering into the co-op, and I buy 2 bottles of water, a pack of sausage rolls, and a pack of bread buns.
Yep, go on.
And I walk back to the camp, and people are still awake, but no one's actually drunk. And I'm just there, and I'm like, yeah, fucking all right, loves. Like, just, yeah. And
Yep.
Chanel's like, Aria, are you all right? And I'm like, Chanel, I'm going to go in my tent, and I'm just going to have this bread. So I go in the tent, I take like 3 bites out of a bread bun and 1 bite of a sausage roll, and then pass out with food in my mouth.
Yep, perfect.
And I wake up, and it's Sunday. And Sunday, my first band is one of the fucking openers, and it's Wargasm.
Oh, yep.
And if you've known me for a while, you will know my fucking love of Wargasm. And I'm hungover as fuck, and I'm like, ugh. I text Murdo actually saying, remember when I said I'm never drinking again? That actually starts today. Yeah, it was something. Liam, Sunday, how was yours?
Again, I don't remember too much of like what happened. It's probably like nearly 10 years at this stage, but I'm not old. I am old, but I remember basically having to skip out on both Stone Sour and Ramstein because again the ex decided she wanted to leave early, which in all fairness was like a good plan to some degree. We packed up the tent and stored it in one of our friends' tents. early on, and then went and collected everything, and then got into the car Sunday night and drove home. So we beat all the traffic, basically. It was such a clean drive home. It was awesome. Yeah, I think about it now, and it's like, I missed out on a couple of bands I really wanted to see. I did go and see Stone Sour, like, later on, which is good, but, not download, but elsewhere. But I missed Rammstein, which is, like, one of the best live shows for a lot of people, which is a bit annoying.
Well,
Anyway, go on.
so I wake up, I'm hungover as fuck. I drink 3 bottles of water to try and sober me up for Wargasm. And this was the first time I'd ever been, like, around the pit.
Yeah.
Like, sort of. And I don't know what to expect, but it was so fun. Like, I was just there, like, it cured my hangover. I was there having the whale of time. I was just like, come on. Like, just every 2 seconds, just every song was just amazing. Getting booted in the back of the head by a crowd surf. Like, just fucking come, like, having the best time of my life. Like, again, never wanted to go home.
Mm-hmm.
And after this, I actually saw what I'm gonna say is the worst live I've ever seen.
Go on.
So, for those who watch Drag Race, Liam, you're already out.
Yep.
There was a queen on that show called Bimini. And Bimini is trying to make a little punk career for herself. Which I wouldn't have a problem with if someone didn't lie to Bimini and tell them they can sing. Because, let me tell you right now, what the ever-living fuck was Bimini on that stage? They did a cover of Toxic, and Bimini's from Great Yarmouth, like Norfolk. And Liam, Bimini sings in her accent.
Oh, ooh, brilliant. I love it.
You don't. Because they're doing a cover of Toxic, and I kid you not, right? This is a spot-on impression. Baby, can't you say I'm calling? A girl like you should wear a warning. It's dangerous.
Dangerous.
She started doing that. She actually done that.
Oh, no.
Incredible.
Because they're a famous drag queen, the crowd were like, fucking what? Like, what? And I was at the back like, yeah, mate, like, this is crap. Like, this wouldn't be the support on a support band's fucking tour. That's how bad this is. And this was the only person I saw all weekend that got an encore. And listen, right, fucking Pete Burns, oh, I love you so much. But fucking Pete Burns was turning in the grave at fucking Bimini's rendition of You Spin Me Right Round. I get to know your name. Well, I get your private number, baby. No.
And that's why most drag queens will do lip sync, not actual sync themselves.
It was all. You can actually find these videos on YouTube if you want to see that I'm not making this up. That's actually how they sound.
I never want to see it.
Bimini, you know what? I'm gonna send you it in advance. I'm gonna send you it right now. They're cover of fucking Toxic because it's like, what? Why would you sing in the Norfolk accent? Bimini.
Also, what's the consistent monster truck strat? There's not really a strat. So what you do, as you saw by me failing, basically what we do is the jumps are fine. They aren't the issue. Like usually that's really clean. The ones on the ground, you just go from the right or left. The goal posts on the right, so I usually go from the right. And just ram them as you come, and that works fairly. Right?
Ram as you come.
Also, just if you wanted, I deafened myself for a good few minutes there because I want to talk to chat.
Yeah, I could see your mouth moving and no sound.
I just wanted to.
You know what? Just for Liam's sake as well, I'll put it in the fucking. I might as well just put it in the fucking Discord.
Have you tried not filling the ties with helium? I haven't tried that, no, but yeah, it sounds like something I could do.
That's a smart move.
The whole monster truck run is just awful.
Toxic's at a minute for if you want to watch eventually when you're not busy.
Yeah, before you go on your next story, Suzuka. So are you like a developer of stuff? Because you're really knowledgeable about like this game and emulator stuff. So yeah, do you do stuff like that? Tell me more. Or are you interested in running this yourself, maybe, or just do you like the game? Or you piqued my interest.
But I laughed at his use of peak.
Peak. Path 2D. That's a Pokemon TCG reference for all you TCG heads, aka just
Never heard of it.
I am me.
Yo, speaking of TCG, just before Aria continues with the story, there's a new set coming out soon. I'm very excited. It's in 2 weeks. I'm like, that's gonna.
And there's another
soon.
set coming out that's actually gonna have good cards.
What?
I mean the actual set, not the Go set.
The Go set's got some good cards in it.
As a,
Yeah.
I mean, it got cute, nice looking ones, but not really like playable.
It's a collector's set. We're collectors, or at least I am.
Yeah, it's a collector set.
Hey, what?
I'm not gonna go off my way. If
You're
I
not
see
on the
maybe a
call.
Maybe if I see a nice box like.
My girlfriend's yelling
yeah,
at me.
like
No,
I want to get my hand on some of the Radiant ones because they are like kind of playable. Like they have some fun effects, like the Blastoise. No.
No.
No. Blumbo. What do you call it?
Plumbo.
Plumbo. Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, Plumbo.
But yeah, I think they are fun, so I'm probably gonna get my hand on that. I do game development for a game called Toontown Rewritten. Yo, really? I heard about Toontown. I think Toontown it's like a bit of the Club Penguin, a bit like that, but obviously in 3D. I seen some YouTubers play it. It's more. I think it's more a thing that was more popular in the US. Somebody can quote.
I'm very aware, and I've
I don't know.
dealt with emulators somewhat a little bit as well. That y'all shorten it to emu. I can't help but read it as emu every time, and I love the phrase Game Boy emu.
It's a fucking emu.
Real quick, James sounds like a comedy sketch rather than a performance. I could do it in full Bristolian. Perfect. Let's go.
What fucking toxic.
So we were we talked about accents and stuff after one of the Pokemon nights the other week, and James really appreciated the fact that I referred to the Bristolian accent as a pirate accent rather than a farmer accent.
Didn't even know Bristol has its own accent.
Oh,
I went
yeah.
to Bristol once, and I didn't know that that's like.
Bristol's got a very unique accent. It's probably my favorite in the UK. It's really
But
good.
then again, like Bristol, my time in Bristol was really weird because we were there for
shizzle?
I think like the whole weekend pretty much for the Pokemon tournament. But I didn't really talk to any locals except the lady we took the Airbnb from.
Yeah.
I don't think we didn't really go for dinner much. I think we got like 5 guys, so we didn't talk to any like waitresses.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, we didn't really talk to many locals. Like the most I talked to some of my British friends that I know from card games, but they're not from the area. They're from the right boob of England.
Where?
You've been to the centre.
the
Hint, it's called the
bottom right-
waterfront. Do you see any fucking fields around here?
The bottom right boob of England.
What? Wait, Bristol?
No, that's not. No, they're not from Bristol.
Oh, I'm right. Like fucking like,
they're like
Cumbria
the
and shit.
Felixstowe area, like bottom right. The
Like
very right
Cornwall.
boob.
Maybe. No, that's bottom left, dude.
No, it's bottom
Is
right.
it?
Cornwall's bottom left.
Yeah,
Like
Cornwall's yeah,
Essex?
Cornwall's bottom left.
Essex. Yeah, that's towards
Maybe.
bottom. Yeah, it's bottom right-ish.
Okay.
It's London and beyond from here.
So
Let me
Bimini
get
was
to my
shit.
chat real quick. Am I getting-
Bimini was shit.
I like a lot of these older 3D PS2 games and have reverse engineered a few of them too. Yo, really? That's so cool. Yeah, I'm a big nerd for PS2. I have a large collection of games, and both PS2 and PS1, and that's kind of where my personality ends in liking sequels and owning a lot of retro games.
Murdo being a real pick-me streamer right now.
Oh, dude, I have somebody that shares interests and knows things. I am so happy. I love this person. But yeah, I'm gonna. God, there's a lot of missions where I can read during them. This is not one of them. It's always a treat when someone plays it. Yeah, yeah. This is one of the games you rarely see on Twitch. Like, there's a few ones like a week that's gonna stream this. Like, I try to look at a lot of people like when they stream this game. Just kind of chime in, and be like. And if they're struggling, especially because then be like, hey, here's a tip or two, because there's definitely some tips to make your life much easier in this game.
Just a
I
tip,
did some
though.
PS2 emu development too. I wrote a recompiler for Dead PS2 emu. Interesting.
Did you say an emu?
Yeah, that's really cool. So you know a lot about like the PS2 hardware, I suppose, right? Because I do have some questions in there. I don't have them on my mind right now, but I do have some questions about like PS2 stuff.
Hey, classic. How's it going, my dude? Hope you're well.
Also, while I'm at it, and before the other people start their stories again, would you
Other people
like,
have a fucking name.
would you like to be added to the Stuntman Discord? It is for speedrunning, but it's kind of just a loose collection of 3 people right now.
Huge Discord
AKA
server.
Me, aka me, Cosmic, and Chuck, who's the world record holder.
For now.
Yeah, or can I add you on Discord, because yeah, I think you're a really interesting person. Yeah, I'm done.
Good mode at making friends.
I'm just happy that Liam, you know how, like, when you have a really niche interest, it's just so exciting to find people that, like, you know.
I mean, yeah. You know, me and the macrame community, we're getting on great lately.
Yeah, so speaking of niche communities, if anyone knows anyone who's into the kind of porn where it's just 2 old people reading to each other, let me know.
Why'd you make it porn? Why couldn't you just say, oh, like, videos where old people? Why'd you make it porn?
Because that
Because, you know,
it's classic misdirection,
Two
Murdo.
old people reading isn't erotic.
Maybe I'm just growing into a grumpy old man, but watching people experience all the PS2 and Dreamcast games is always more exciting than probably a multiple game. Yeah, I'm definitely with you.
Getting called out.
I don't really like watching. Like, I do like videos about games. I'm not a big fan of like watching streamers that much, to be completely honest.
Whoa, what about your friend?
Well, yeah, but like I obviously like my. I'm gonna watch like my collection of people that I know, and like some games I'm sometimes gonna check into new people, but I barely watch any new folk at all.
No,
the times where I just went on Twitch and that was my entertainment.
Yeah, I mean, I've just started trying to get into watching more of my friends when I'm like doing editing and stuff, but so often schedules just don't like collide well. It's a little bit annoying. Great, it's been so long since I've seen you. How have you been? I've been good, thank you, Classic. Nothing too interesting to report. We've got YouTube videos now. If you're interested in those, youtube.com/jestertainment, winky face. Just, you know, gonna go ahead and tell everybody and let everybody know. But yeah, other than that, pretty good. Thanks for asking. Librarian fetish roleplay. You sit quietly while she reads a book.
That's definitely porn. That, like, people filming people in public. That's definitely something.
What, not reading?
Well, I mean, doing anything, you know, not noticed.
All right. So.
Anyway, I'm not gonna elaborate on that.
Right. So yeah, Bimini was shit, and I love Bimini. Don't get me wrong. I think the personality is amazing, but you know, listen, because their fucking surname is Bon Boulash.
Bimini Bon Boulash.
I don't know what that means, but it means something. So yeah, Bimini, maybe leave music to people who can sing.
I mean, to be fair, like, to her defense, she's a drag queen.
Hi Peter CJ10.
No.
I don't know
No.
many shinies because I'm kind of terrible with them. Shinies aren't really my forte.
This.
I've got people that tell me what a shiny is at this stage. I had a Charmeleon, I didn't even know it was shiny.
Then there was like a massive. Oh yeah, Liam, I saw Shine Down.
Oh.
Day before.
How'd you find them?
They were really good, actually.
Yeah, they're right.
They played a song that I didn't even know was them. I just knew it from a WWE game. So.
Oh yeah. Enemies by any chance?
No, it was Devil.
Then I've heard that one.
Devil's in the next room.
Oh. Yes. Okay. Yeah, I think I know that one.
Yeah, that's in 2K19.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I get notifications for them, so I still watch them sometimes. Oh, yeah, thank you, Classic.
So I actually missed Skillet, which was kind of sad, but I really needed some sleep.
Christian rock band Skillet.
Yeah, I like them. I don't care.
I don't hate them. There's a
Monster with a tune. We need to stop denying it.
What's the one Skillet song that I have? Let me find Spotify web player while you carry on.
Right. So I missed Skillet, and then coming up is the only case of someone else being a dick to me at download, other than like fucking
The Resistance.
No, God, I hate this mission. Is so stupid.
Murdo, you are fully aware that I am a big fan of a band called Twin Temple. They do a 50s. They do 50s satanic doo-wop, which I'm very into. I think it's very camp. If you don't like camp shit, you'll hate. But there was a guy in the audience who was being a cat. Like, I knew he was going to be a dick because he done my biggest pet peeve at gigs, and it's only ever happened once at another gig. But now it's like my number one worst thing you could do. So Liam, when you're standing somewhere at a gig, do you leave like maybe 2 centimeters of room in front of you?
Yeah, I try and leave a little bit of space around me because I social distance before it was cool. So
Yeah, but you leave a bit of space.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
that's your little bubble. That's your moving space.
yes.
Fucking cock came and stood like directly slap bang in front of me.
I have been known to kick at knees accidentally if people have stood right in front of me before.
I wish I did that because I kind of just moved a left and gave up my amazing spot at looking at the entire stage. But Twin Temple come out and this guy is like, he's laughing, and it's not like in a haha this is fun, like haha this is stupid. It's in a haha this is stupid kind of way.
Yeah.
Like he's laughing at them, not with them. But the rest of us, we're all having a good time. That they threw holy water at us. They were drinking blood. It was great. It was camp. I loved it. And they asked us, do devil horns with our fingers.
Mm-hmm.
And he, instead of doing, okay, so you know how it's your pointer finger and your little finger.
Yep.
He done it with his little finger barely down and his middle finger all the way up. So you can picture what that looks like. He's flipping them off.
What?
And he actually, Liam, he's doing that, exactly that on stream. And I actually have a picture of where he ruined one of my amazing photos because he was doing that. Look at this. It's not funny. Because I think it's disrespectful. You've paid 250 quid to do that.
Yeah, okay, I see that. That's shit.
Yeah, and someone like and after their set was finished, I had a great time, even though this guy was being a prick. I was like fucking bobbing along and all that. The lads behind me like tapped me on the shoulder and were like, "Are you all right?" And I was like, "I'm fine, love. Why?" And they were like, "Just that guy in front of you was a cunt." And I'm like, "I'm so glad I'm not the only one." Like, and she was like, "Oh, he was killing me vibe," and I was like, "Oh, my vibe was dead, but fucking Twin Temple revived it and all that." Sunday night, nothing really happened. I didn't drink. I actually think after Twin Temple, I just went to bed. But I woke up at midnight to people fucking screaming and singing. And all I was thinking is, I get it's the last day of download, but why are you drinking this much when we all have to go home tomorrow morning?
Yeah, that's not gonna be fun.
And also, the fucking bus home felt like death. But, other than all that, I'd do it again.
Good.
I'll do it next year. I wouldn't camp. If possible, like, if the fucking, like, pre-pitched, like, tent things which have flooring and shit in it, like, those little teepee things, if those, like, go down in price from what they are early bird, then I think we're gonna do that. Or we'll, like, book a hotel and one of us will drive.
I think the guy who went to download that me and Pianofish know, I think he actually paid for, like, was it wasn't a hotel room, was it? But it was something like it was already pre-built there. Like, he paid for VIP, and that's
what we're wanting to do.
Yeah, I think a lot of people tend to lean towards ours. I've done camping once or twice, especially at download, because it's very rarely like nice camping at download.
Just really like, it was just very cold and very wet and not nice. Oh, I didn't eat the entire time I was there.
That's not going to help you.
It didn't. I ate one meal when I was there, and because I only ate one meal and it was on the last day, I was like, oh, bleh, bleh, like just really unwell because of it.
Yes, I can imagine. Fucking hell.
Can we also mention, right, Liam, were they selling fucking Yorkshire pudding things when you were there?
No.
Okay, well, this was a huge thing when I was there. They were selling like Yorkshire puddings full of like meat and peas and like chips and shit.
Yeah.
I couldn't eat that when I was drunk.
Yorkshire pudding wraps have become a bigger thing over the last few years. I don't know what. Wasn't it? Just... Oh, they were just the whole thing. Yeah, I've seen it before.
It was literally a big Yorkshire pudding with like the stuff in it.
Yeah.
But like, I couldn't eat that when I'm drunk.
VIP toilets and showers, presumably ones that actually work. Yeah, I mean, the toilet experience at download was, pardon the pun, shit.
Oh my god. Have people never used a fucking laugh? before going to download. There's just fucking who's also so why is there writing on the doors? Who's
Oh,
taking
yeah.
Sharpie to download?
People are actually graffitiing and it's fresh. You can tell it's fresh graffiti. It's like, what the hell is going on?
Reading, and it's people's Twitter handles and shit, and it's like that's sad if you came on more just to do that.
I'd probably advertise in the toilet, to be fair. Twitch.tv
No,
for
but
just entertainment, follow the stream.
There's just shit everywhere, and it's vile. There's just an avalanche of shit. Like,
Honestly,
again, people never use the lab.
I
in their
don't
life.
think you could convince me without an incredibly good lineup to ever go to a festival ever again. I just don't enjoy them. Like Bloodstock, both times I went to Bloodstock, to be fair, were like really good because it was perfectly beautiful sunny days every single day. So 2012 was a really interesting year because I went download and Bloodstock, so I had like a direct comparison for the year. It was so warm at 3 in the morning that me and the friend I went with, as well as the group of people that we'd made friends with, all just slept outside. Like, it was great. It was so much fun. Whereas download, I had nothing but bad memories. It's just shit. I hated download so much.
Do you know what? One of the worst parts of download was that I didn't even mention. It's next to an airport.
Yep.
So I kid you not, was it like this for you? At 4 in the morning, the cargo plane goes over,
Yep.
over the top, and it's literally you're fast asleep. And, you know what's that? You know that classical sleep song where it's like that classic piece of music playing in your head, like you're fast asleep, you're having just the best sleep of your life, and you just hear like fucking full blast your tent shake, and you think you've already died.
Yes, it goes over. Yeah.
You think literally all of us at that point are like, are we dead? Did we just die at download? No, it's the fucking cargo planes and shit. Like, oh my god, scary, honestly, fucking terrifying. Awful.
It's
awful.
noisy.
I hated that. That was actually despite the hypothermia and the sunstroke and shit, that was actually my least favorite part of download.
Yeah, it's weird what you choose to be your worst part.
The planes.
But nah. Other than that, like, yeah, I if anyone's ever asked me what festival to go to, like, if you're not that worried about what the music, Bloodstock's always been my preference. Although
I looked at Bloodstock's lineup, and there were only like 3 there that I liked.
see, this is the thing, right? Every time I've been, there's not been that many bands that I know I enjoy, but like I've always had a good time going there. I've always like watched a lot more than I have.
The ones that I liked.
One of my favorites though, I think it was. God, I forget which one it was. Cradle of Filth were headlining on Friday, and they stopped playing because someone used a gobstopper in a slingshot and fired it at the bassist.
Fucking ow!
Yeah, and they left, and everyone kind of cheered that they went off, and then realised they had no music for the last half an hour, and then booed. And it was like, you get one or the other. Like, you don't get to choose. You can't let someone pelt somebody with a goddamn gobstopper or jawbreaker, whatever the fuck it was, and then be upset that they've disappeared.
Why the fuck is the Bloodstock lineup? I was looking at it just the other day.
Twitter handles in the toilet sounds like soliciting to me. I mean, it depends what's written underneath, right?
Is it like call Barbara for
Yeah, for a good time at blah blah.
Can we be honest? Barbara is not the name you would want for
Barbara?
a good time. Barbara.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, there's certain names isn't there, that just make you think, maybe not. Blabra.
Barbara.
My last Blabra?
Barbara.
Yeah, give me that one.
Abs.
Oh, yeah, see, if it was good for a good time, contact at Babs. You might, as a drunk person, misread that as Babs and think, nice, I'm getting a sandwich. And then be very disappointed when it's a lady.
Right, hang on. Let me have a look at this lineup because there was at least 3 that I liked.
Alpha Murder's completely
Oh.
given up on us, by the way, and is now talking to his
Yeah.
chat.
Okay, I like Orbit Culture.
Never heard of him.
You know that. I like Scarlet Riot.
Not heard of that.
Okay.
Am I old?
I think Lamb of God are alright.
Lamb of God are great. They're one of the
Yeah.
first proper metal bands I got
I
into.
like Party Cannon just for their logo.
Party Cannon. Oh, they got a really good logo.
Yeah.
Actually, let me look at the Bloodstock lineup. I don't know what it looks like this year. Not till
Yeah,
August.
I think that's it. I think that's the only. I know who Malevolence are. I'm just scared of them.
Okay, let's have a look. I know of Exodus. Gwar apparently really good. Behemoth, not my kind of music really. They're a bit too that far. Merciful Fate's okay, but they're a bit old. Dimmu Borgaya is like the first black metal band I got into. That's not a real thing. That's not a real thing. That's not real. Lamb of God are fantastic. Killing Joke apparently all right. But apparently they're in the 60s, so KSS are too old to play music anymore.
Well, oh god.
The Necrogoblicon is pretty good. Nano War of Steel, I assume, is a tribute band for Manowar, which could be interesting. Don't think I like Avatar. Party Cannon, yeah, fantastic. Party Cannon, I love the fact they did their logo just to, like, go against everybody else's.
Yeah,
I think they said that in an interview where they were like, yeah, we see everyone doing black and white and, like, you know, what looks like a fucking forest bullshitty logo, so we went the opposite or something like that. Il Nino apparently are quite good. Not heard too much of them. Other than that, yeah, there's not too much there that I'd jump up and be excited about. I remember looking at Download and not being that excited about it either.
Download's lineup, honestly, like, because the Pretty Reckless pulled out, and of Mice and Men, that went like 2 of the ones that I wanted.
Oh yeah, they'd have been 2 I'd like to have seen.
Yeah, but I'm seeing the Pretty Reckless in October because they're going on tour. But
Ah, fair enough. Let's have a look. Oh my god, I just need the normal lineup. Don't give me this bullshit version.
Fucking Wargasm and Death Blooms are going back on tour, so it looks like I'm seeing them both for the 4th time.
Very nice. Apparently there's a witness appeal for Download.
Why? Oh, this is the guy died.
Let's have a look. Oh, yeah, apparently. Officers are appealing to speak to a witness who provided information to a paramedic at the Download Festival on Saturday evening when a man had become unwell. He's notified man had become unwell. Man's death is currently being treated as unexplained while officers carry out inquiries to establish the full circumstances of the man's death. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that's, I don't know that I've ever heard of anyone dying at Download. I'm probably wrong, but it definitely didn't happen when I went.
I found out on the Monday morning.
Shit. That's awful, dude.
Yeah, I know.
First ever Download would have been
2002.
like you say, is fuck.
Next year they're doing 4 days for the 10-year anniversary.
Monsters of Rock, that's what it used to be called. I think.
Download.
Yeah, Download used to be that. Hey Noodle New GB, welcome. Hope you're well. I'm not hunting for anything specific. I've got a live index complete, so I'm just keeping an eye out for G-Max Pokemon at this stage. We just found Hatron, so that's going to be added to the collection. Hi Murdo, welcome back.
Yeah, sorry that I deafened again, but
It's okay. We know you don't like us.
yeah, that's fine.
Fine. We know, so we're not upset.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just really fascinated by the talk I'm having with Suzuka right now
You fucking
about
marry him.
hardware stuff.
If you like him so much, why do you marry him?
Suzuka, you single? No, I'm kidding.
You got all shiny legendaries. No, but I'm not really a shiny hunter. I'm not that bothered about shinies, which seems to upset a lot of people.
I saw Red Hook on Tuesday.
Yo, how'd that go?
Okay, so they were the support for a band called The Fame. I don't know who The Fame. Well, now I know who The Fame are.
Yeah.
And because they were the support, no one other than me really cared.
Of course.
But like, the crowd was dead as fuck. But like, Bad Decisions came on, and I was like, fucking yeah, like going for it and shit. And then I met them afterwards, and like, I nearly cried.
Aw.
You might have seen the photo of me with Red Hook now, and I'm like very happy that I'm there.
If it's on Facebook, no, because I
They
unfollow
also
everybody.
have the coolest. They have the coolest band merch I've ever seen. Because it's them as like South Park vampire kids,
Yeah. All right. Good.
and that really makes me laugh.
Shinies are just a way to add hours to the playtime. Yeah, unless you get them on Community Day in Pogo, in which case it's just easy.
Yo, Suzuka, single and a pan man, Poker.
Trying to think, like,
Murdo.
I've left anything out
also,
from the download.
Stop using Twitch as your goddamn dating app.
I didn't. You made me. Aria made me.
I
Aria said
didn't
why
fucking
you
do
marry
shit.
him.
Look at him blaming
I'm
everybody but
sorry,
himself.
Oh,
I'm
Murdo,
working to that job.
Murdo, I'm sorry. Didn't you the other day say I shouldn't give in to peer pressure?
I did.
Off meat kettle.
Yeah, Murdo. Pot meat kettle.
A common misconception is that, say, if you have a powerful computer, you should be able to emulate consoles that are less powerful by a certain factor. But that's not really how it shakes out. Yeah, why is that? Like, it seemed like it seems obvious that like because obviously you can just so yeah, why does it not work? Like it just boggles the mind, and I don't have a powerful mind, but you know it still boggles it.
Hey,
You said you're ancient. How old are you actually? Hi Nyara, how are you?
hello, Chester's friend.
I'm just a plus.
Hello, Murder's friend. God damn it. Hello, Aria's friend. Welcome. Hope you're well. Quick question for the newer viewers in chat. This isn't me trying to call anybody out. Did you see any pre-rolls on today's stream? Because I've messed with some ad settings, and presumably with what I've pressed, pre-roll shouldn't play unless I play it. So you let me know.
Have you seen any ads? No. Would you like to?
You seen any ads? No. Now you're gonna.
Is this the time for the sponsored bit now?
No. Have you seen any ads? That's because today's stream is brought to you by NordVPN.
It's brought to you by Klarna with free easy pay.
Oh my god.
Eat my ass.
Oh my god, I love Klarna. I haven't used it in so long.
I don't know, my memory sucks.
Suzuka says, and I quote, "I'm 27, so I'm probably a bit too old."
Oi,
I'm
stop
25, by the way.
I'm nearly 20.
I look, I'm 16, but I'm 25.
According to
Weird how I'm 20 in 2 months.
according to Discord, I'm
Chester is
31.
Somehow 30.
Yeah. But I look a really young 29.
But yeah,
You
so we're actually
cunts.
like a really similar age, Suzuka.
You twats have known me for nearly 8 years.
Nearly 31.
God, don't say that.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Discord.
Murdo. Weirdly enough, like, unlike what you two think, I didn't stay 12 for the last 8 years.
You did though. Would love to see you invent fake sponsors and see who notices. I keep wanting to like do a bit where when I take breaks, obviously still run ads. Like if I'm going to toilet, run a minute ad or whatever. But like coming up with like fake ones for subs is like one of those things that's on a list of things I need to get done, like update Patreon and stuff like that. Like there's so much I want to get done and never do. Making fake ads for stuff is like one of my favorites, like ideas. And I just haven't done it. Same with doing like a clip show for like breaks too. I'm just so not lazy. I just don't get round to it.
Do you have hair? Well, today's stream was sponsored by shampoo.
Do you have hair? Well, shut up. I'm jealous. Please donate it to me. Donate hair to liam.com.
I can't wait till Keep sponsors you.
See, I wouldn't let them sponsor me because I think I've talked to you about this before, but like, yeah, I find
Conspiracy theory about shampoo companies.
what?
I don't know. You just said something about like companies that tell you that give you things that help with hair loss are a scam because they cause more hair loss or something.
I didn't say that.
Or like
My
I think
argument
you said
against
something about, like, I said no wait. You said something along the lines of shampoo companies like shampoo makes you lose hair and then they sell you the cure or something.
No. My argument for it is like much in the way that they've been doing to women for years. They're trying to hold men to higher beauty standards, and like people going naturally bald and stuff like that isn't a good thing. And that's the way they're making their money, profiting off like beauty standards basically, which I think is disgusting for everybody, not just men. But it's more obvious to me now because I'm also a man who has no hair.
But I mean, the thing is, right? Like, I get what you mean with that. Like, I totally agree. But also, obviously you want these things on the market because it, like, obviously, like baldness in men is a thing that's happening to a lot of people, and it's nothing to be ashamed of. But some people don't want it, so having these things on the market to prevent it is something that should be existing.
I'm not saying it shouldn't exist. I'm just saying I can see where the bullshit is.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Interesting. Hey, Callum.
That's just advertisement.
Oh, it is advertising, yeah.
Also, now, thank you for the compliment, but also, you don't get to tell me that I look nice and fresh if you are the beauty queen of Twitter. Like, I mean, obviously you post the good pictures as we all do, but
He's
like the photos you post are so good.
Yeah,
I'm
it's off.
so jealous. What's up?
Well, there's an MLM that sells shampoo that apparently makes your hair fall out. I think it's Mono.
Mona, yes, absolutely. Meadow, do you remember when I pissed off all the body shop workers?
Oh yeah, that was funny.
That was hilarious.
Minox?
I was scared, to be honest.
Minoxidil and
What if they insulted how I looked and then
Finasteride.
offered me products for it?
Or I think the ones that actually work. So yeah, it's an interesting one because I know the shampoo and stuff that like, the way it's supposed to work is it doesn't necessarily restart hair growth, but it stops the hair that you've already got from falling out. Is supposedly the logic. The problem is, the shampoo that claims it increases hair growth, it works if you've actually got like, I think it's like dormant hair follicles that haven't grown already or some shit like that. For me, that's not going to help at all. What I need is a patch of my arse being fucking sewn onto my head, and then my hair can grow again. That's how they do it. But I'm not going to do that. I'm letting myself go bald and keeping wearing hats.
So Liam Niara says that something that helped her with male pattern baldness is has a side effect of growing boobs. Have you tried estrogen? Have you just tried Have you just tried to transition?
Okay. I mean, first of all,
readily available.
it doesn't grow boobs. It grows abs. They're just flabby. Okay.
Abs that are flat.
Flab abs is what I call them.
No, did I leave anything from my download stories
Blah, blah.
that you need?
I don't know. I didn't listen for half of it. I'm almost deaf.
Ow, you stupid cats!
Any pea parts?
That's called pea parts. What?
Pea parts.
Pea parts, you divvy.
I don't
Estrogen
know
doesn't make your hair grow back, unfortunately.
There's also kind of an acid. So let's catch back with the infos about PS2 emulation. Mostly just because of architecture differences. The more work you have to do to reconcile the difference between the PC and the console, the more performance you need. Interesting. There's also kind of an asymptotic relationship between accuracy and performance. The closer you get to 100% accuracy, the more performance you need to run the game. That's interesting. Like, you'd think that the closer you get to the closer you get to emulate how it works, the easier it would get, right? Like, for example, if you have two gears that like don't really fit into each other, it'll work, but it'll be like jumpy. But if they fit together perfectly, then it would run easier, right?
What?
Is that right?
Just smile and nod. Yep. Yeah.
Why are you not listening to me?
I don't understand what the hell's going on at all.
Oh shit! Hell.
So the argument that he said is that the more accurate you get to emulating the console, the more performance your machine needs to emulate it properly. Which, like in theory, for an untrained mind, makes no sense. Like an untrained, like somebody that doesn't understand computer science.
What?
Right?
My CPU fan broke earlier. Is that something I should be concerned about?
Yes. Absolutely. Yes. Well, yeah. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I think the CPU fan is not good. Is it on laptop?
Yeah, it's on my laptop.
Then why you such a fucking dick?
What?
I don't think there's an issue here, but for example, the PC uses single precision floating point numbers, and on PC the biggest export. Yeah, okay. When it appears to it's a real number, which is a hard thing to accommodate for when a game realizes that. Fair enough. It's interesting. I like this kind of stuff.
Okay, Pianofish says no CPU fan equals fried computer. If it's a laptop, the battery might explode. Just take out the battery then, problem solved.
Oh, I'll take it to Curry's tomorrow.
Curry's.
What are you laughing at? That's where I got the laptop from. That's where the warranty
I'm not arguing with you. It's just funny that that's your resolution.
Well, that's
Also,
where I need to take it.
All right.
How did you notice that a fan broke, by the way?
Yeah.
Because it was making noises earlier, so I turned the fan up a bit, and it kind of just went.
That's okay.
Yeah, that's
Oh, I kind of just went. Oh,
Odd.
that sounded expensive.
doesn't sound good.
But it's alright, because I think it's covered by the warranty.
Liam, what's your plan on the runtime of the stream today?
I'm going to be ending it as soon as you're ready to end it, Paul. I've got cats
So
to
you
feed.
You want to end it on time?
Yep.
Okay.
As long as the CPU fan doesn't explode within the next 24 hours, we're okay.
Okay, I mean, as long as you're happy with that.
I mean,
as
we
long
can.
as it works.
God, this one's shit. All right. I think what I'm gonna do, if you want to end it, because we're at the time, I'm just gonna truck along on my own.
Do you reckon if I just blow on it?
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna give it one more run.
Okie dokie. In that case, I will do myself an outro then.
Oh,
Aria, you can stay with Murder. That's no problem.
oh it's fine.
All right.
Yeah, I'm still gonna be here for a bit.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching the stream. And hey, I hope you enjoyed our baldness talk, our PS2 emulator talk. What else did we talk about? Download talk, and all the good stuff. We talk about all kinds of crazy things. Streaming this week. We only really do Thursdays and Sundays. Sunday is going to be a roughly 3 p.m. stream because we've got Blame Canada, because Canada is F1 Formula 1 Zoom cars. 7 o'clock is the race time, so we are going to have to stream a little bit earlier, but we can do more Minecraft, so we do like to Minecraft. Miss Aria, where can people find you on the internet?
People can find me on my Twitter at Aria Winning Son, my Instagram at Aria Winning Son, pretty much anything with Aria Winning Son, that is me. And yeah, that's about it. Unless you find me on Tinder.
Swipe right.
Or Grindr, apparently.
Mr. Meadow, where can we find you?
Still running on twitch.tv/Meadow and on twitter.com/MeadowHeWrote.
Yeah, don't forget to check him out. We'll send the raid over after this. And ladies and gentlemen, I've been Jester. I stream at twitch.tv/Jestertainment. See my VODs, vlogs, and other videos. VODs are on different channels. Screw that channel. YouTube.com/Jestertainment for original content. We got videos on Tuesday. We got videos coming out on Friday. We got videos out of the wazoo. We've also got a cat waving at a webcam. Hi, Beans. Would you like to come on the cat cam? A little bit of Beans. Did I get the light on there? A little bit of Beans. There you go, chat. What is Beans? What the fuck? No, he didn't like that. He's out. He left. He was displeased.
You have any games on your phone?
Hey, you got any games? Twitter.com/Jestertainment_ for all the rants. And to join join the Discord, it's bit.ly/Jest Discord. If you want to support the channel, if you're watching and following, doing a great job, thank you so much for doing so. If you want to do more than that, you can, of course, go to the crappy patreon.com/Jestertainment, which at some point I will update. Just like my wonderful Patreon producer, who is Murdo, who's available at twitch.tv/Murdo and twitter.com/MurdoWhoWrote. We're sending the raid over to Murdo now, so do check him out and give him a follow if you're not already. And if you're not already, what the hell's going on? We literally share a community, so you know he should be your number 2 behind me. Of course, I'm your number 1. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. We're back on Sunday 3 p.m. with Minecraft, but until then, thank you very much for watching, and we shall see you in the next one. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
And